Hello and welcome to the Maple Kiwi Podcast. We have a very special guest today, but first, I am the Kiwi known as Ramesses. Maple, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm the Maple. Go Switchy here, and Ram. Who do we got today?
I will let him let us know. Who are you? Reveal yourself.
Hello, I am Vorth. Nice to be here with y'all.
Yes, if you guys have not met Vorth, you are in for a treat. This man is one of the most wholesome human beings alive. You will have a great time. It's awesome having you here, man. It was a very last minute decision because Switchy and I realized, oh crap, we need a guest. And apparently, I don't know this. This is between you guys, but apparently, you guys had agreed this over a casual Rocket League game,
No. So,
correct?
so, so what happened actually was I was lurking in Sweetus's chat, and then he raided Vorth, and I thought, let's see if Vorth is around tomorrow. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm free tomorrow night, and I'm like, he thought he wanted to play Rocket League with me, and I'm like, oh, boy's coming on the podcast. He's not coming to play Rocket League. So
The man thought it was a simple Rocket League invite. It was a podcast invite.
I'm still down to play Rocket League though.
I do want
Yes,
to play
of course,
Rocket League as
always.
well. But anyways, should we start out like we normally do? Do you guys have drinks with you today? What do you guys got? Ram?
I I do. First of all, I have my Be Kind mug. I
Oh,
should buy the Ram Nug mug with the Suck Your Nan on it, but it's okay. The Be Kind mug is great too. And inside it, I've got some Fanta Zero, some sugar-free Fanta. That is what
so
I'm
you're,
having.
you're calling him the most kind or most wholesome person, but you got the be kind mug as well. Like, I mean, am I the only one
Yeah,
here
because
that's not wholesome?
I'm not
It's a-
wholesome enough. I need to remind myself to be kind, apparently.
Fair enough, fair enough. What about you, Vorth? What do you got?
I got the water cup. Just has water.
Very
The
nice.
About
classic, the
it.
Very
classic.
nice.
Uh, I had some drinks today at the river. I'm feeling very dehydrated and just sunstroked, so I've got a water bottle and been drinking water for a while now. So
All right, well now I feel bad. I'm the only one with an actual drink.
I was like that
Fine.
for a while, Ram. You guys were all like, yeah. Other than the podcast with Bam, Johnny, and them, we were all just drinking that stream. But other than that one, it's been like, oh yeah, I have G Fuel. Everyone else is like water. I'm like, oh, nice. Uh, but it's worth. Also, I see the switchy spook spams in chat. It never gets old at this point. You guys are ridiculous.
Always.
Use code musty for G Fuel. All right. Um,
And
Wow.
I wanted to start with the first topic of like we usually do, other than what we're drinking. Raid of the week. Do you guys are raid of the last few weeks? Raid of since last time we did a podcast, more or less.
Yeah,
Ram,
last two
do
weeks.
you have anything in your in mind of recent
I
memory?
do. I do. I actually thought this out while going to the bathroom right before stream. It's quite funny. I was like, should I pick? I have a pretty good one. And his name is Brendan, not Brendan, Brendan. He stopped by my stream and randomly donated about $2.50 and dropped a follow, and he put one message in chat just saying, "Hey man, I'm just stopping by different streamers, donating like small amounts. Have a good stream. Bye bye," and dropped the follow. And I was like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome. That was really wholesome. I'm probably never gonna see this guy again."
I
2 days
wonder.
later,
Oh,
he came back. I didn't expect it. He came back. Not only did he come back, he raided me with 12 people. I was like, "What? I did not expect you to
that's
ever
awesome.
return after it was a one and done thing." And again, I thought maybe that raid was another one and done thing. Yesterday, he was there in chat, and I'm like, oh, he's actually part of the Ram fam. That's awesome. So like, it started off as him just kind of being doing a nice act of kindness, and now he's actually like a common viewer, which I think is really cool.
Can we get a
Yeah,
shout out in
thanks.
the chat for him so I know his name? Because I might need to
Oh,
drop him a
let
follow.
me get you the exact name. Oh, I see you want that $2.50 donation. I got you. I got
Nice, nice, nice.
uh, let me
Vorth,
get you the exact name.
Vorth, do you have any as of recent that have been crazy?
wasn't the like couple weeks recent that you were saying, but there is one that came to mind when I think I was just playing Minecraft. There's this guy who I have met his whole, or he has a bunch of friends that play with him too, and I was able to meet his community, and those are some pretty cool people. And I wasn't expecting him to raid me, but he ended up raiding me too, for about 23 people when he was done playing Warframe. And his name is Two Jack. If you do know him, that's pretty cool. But it was nice how his whole community was, they're like really friendly. That's how I'm trying to get to it.
That's
It was
awesome.
really cool being part of that.
That's awesome. How long ago did you
It's
say that
always
was?
awesome. Like,
Oh, this was probably a couple months ago now.
Okay. That's
Ah.
awesome. You should put his name in chat as well, and we'll get a shout out for him as well.
yeah, it is always awesome, like combining two communities like that, and then you see like one community go to the other, and the other like it's sort of piggybacking off each other. I love that. That's like the best part of Twitch, I reckon.
It was
great.
very unexpected that that part of Twitch exists, but it is very nice, and I think
It
it's
is
awesome as
nice.
well.
It's nice when it happens.
Vorth in chat says a friend of his got raided by Tim the Tatman the other day. That would be a
Oh, wow.
fun stream. It sounds like.
I would feel very flustered, shall we say, when there's that many people.
That's fair. When it
Yeah.
comes to our close community, I mean, I think the biggest one so far has been the one Dino got. With what's his name? The guy from what is the freestyling team on Rocket League?
Evample.
Evample.
Yeah.
Evample's the name of the guy. Thank you. Pulse Evample.
Really?
Pulse Evample rated
Yeah.
Dino with like 1K, which was awesome. I kind of caught the
That's
tail end of it.
insane.
Yeah, which good for Dino. That was awesome. Even though he doesn't really do Rocket League, the one time he hops back on Rocket League, he hits that
I know,
big
right?
raid, and I'm like, ooh. You could tell like he was trying to stay hypey. But I wanted to say for my raid of the week type thing, I haven't been streaming too much recently, so I haven't had. I'm trying to think of mine, and I can't because I'm kind of on the spot here. I didn't think before coming in. But one thing I want to say, one stream I have been sitting in a lot is Washingtonian stream, aka Isaac. He's pretty close in our community, and he's like IRL friends with like Kyle and stuff like that. Used to be roommates with him, but I've been talking to him a lot, and he's got a great community going around on Tarkov, and like
Tarkov.
I'm trying to get into Tarkov, and I've been seeing like just the big group and like how like nice the Tarkov community is. Like if you have your name, like
Is it?
if you have your name in Tarkov or whatever, like and you die or like you kill someone, they always like come into like I see it all the time in Isaac's chat. They come into the chat and they're like, "Oh, nice shot," or like, "Oh, like what happened?" And like, you know, it's pretty civil for the most part. And also, I wanted to say, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I saw Isaac sits around like 10ish viewers, like around that part. So he's the little guy like me, but like he got a raid of like 70 from another Tarkov friend, which I was like, holy, that's a big boy raid for him as well. So yeah, it's great to see because I've been just chilling in Isaac's stream for the most part as recently. I want to learn Tarkov, but at the same time, the game's scary, man. It's like a
Exactly.
it's
That's
like
why
it's
I
a
was.
horror game. It's scary.
That's why
dude.
I was just so surprised because to me Tarkov is a little bit like Rust, and if I know anything, Rust's community is not wholesome.
Nope.
So I was like, "What do you mean?" I was very confused because it's
No,
very
but
similar to Rust.
they're all
So
like supporting each other, and like I mean Isaac as well is just very wholesome and stuff. And when I see like whenever Isaac's in between raids and stuff like that, he's lurking in like 7 streams, and he'll like pop by and start chatting to each stream because it takes like 5 minutes to get into the next game or whatever. So he'll just be chilling in other people's streams, typing to them while he's live himself playing, and I'm like, oh, I know it's really chill. I love the vibes that his stream gives. But I wanted to say I was kind of there for the raid, but you know I saw the number. I was playing Rocket League at the time, and I looked over my second monitor. I'm like, holy shit, 70-person raid. That's crazy. So.
yeah, it's massive.
But yeah, one of the big shout out to Isaac. I don't remember the guy's name that raided. I wish I did, but I'm probably go back.
Okay,
And look.
Isaac, if you are listening to this, let us know. Please let us know.
True.
Leave us a iTunes 5-star review with the name of with the name of the guy.
True. One thing.
Great.
Two Jack.
Yep.
Correct.
There it is.
How'd you
There
find
you
that so
go.
fast?
He has his ways.
How'd you find that so fast, Vorth?
What do you mean?
He's
how'd I
just
find that?
smiling quietly.
Is that him?
Well, who are you talking about?
Who's Two Jack?
The guy I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the guy he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like
I was-
that's
I
the
was
guy. Wait,
confused.
Hold on, let me click this. I
Is
swear
that the
to
same guy? There's no way.
no, it's
There's
not.
no
It's not.
way.
It's not.
I understand Twitch is a small world after all, but no way.
That name's like I swear to God, the guy had Jack in his name. That's the only reason why I'm like, what the heck? Llamas is here. Thank you for the follow, Llamas. One other thing. What was I gonna say right before? Oh, I had something. I just got distracted by the 2Jack thing. Completely.
Any other raids you had in mind for the raid of the week?
I don't think so. We can move on. It
Right,
might come back
maybe,
to me. It
maybe,
might come back to me.
maybe it will come back to you. Yes.
Hope it will. Anyways, Vorth, I wanted to chat about you. So I found it pretty crazy when I first found you, and I looked at your bio, and the first thing I saw, a lot of stuff about your cat, which that's dope. I love the fact that you have a Google Drive of just photos of your cat.
That is amazing.
I
I
love
love
it.
that.
Yes,
I love it. It's
I love
fuck.
it too.
So,
An entire folder just dedicated to pictures of his cat. That is passion
how
right
long
there.
have you had this cat for?
The cat is around 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, old
Oh, big boy cat.
Old man
man. What's the
cat
cat's name
indeed.
again?
Dudley. My cat
Dudley.
name is Dudley.
Yes.
Dudley.
My
I always
Duddles.
forget. I always forget the name. It's such a. I love the name though. Like,
Is it inspired by Harry Potter at all, or is it just called Dudley?
Dudley. That's his full name. Is just Dudley. I call him
D-
Duddles.
Oh, that's cute.
that's
I
cute.
like that.
That is cute.
Duddles.
Yeah, he doesn't have a full tail. He has a stub, and so I call him Studley.
Oh, Stubble.
Duddles.
Nice. Stubbles. Is he reachable right now, or is he out in the outside world?
Sadly, he lives 2 states away from me, which is about
Oh,
1,000+ miles, and so I can't see my cat all too often. But recently, I was able to see my cat, and that was very awesome. I enjoyed that a
You're
lot.
telling me about that. You're like, I got to see my cat. Happy.
that is
And I'm like,
awesome.
Mhm.
nice. That's
Oh,
awesome.
it's so nice. Lots
Um,
of fuzz everywhere, though.
I mean, I can imagine. I want to get a cat. As of recent, I've been a lot more of a dog person than a cat person, but like, as of recent, I just really want a cat. Like, it's not
I
gonna
approve.
happen though.
That is a good thing to bring up, actually, the whole cat person, dog person thing. Which one would you say you are and why? That's a good one. So I will start. I am personally a cat person. While I do love dogs, I choose cats over dogs, and I have one main reason why. A dog is just too high maintenance. They're needy.
They
They're
are.
very needy. They are awesome because you can teach them tricks, and they're really they're a great companion. They're very clingy, which is nice. Cats are a little less clingy, but in a way, it's easier to take care of a cat because you can trust them to do their own thing, to handle themselves, to, clean themselves, go hunt, go play, go have fun. Like, they're a lot less high maintenance, whereas a dog, you need to be there for them. So I like visiting a friend who has a dog, but I do not like owning a dog.
I'm trying so hard to get this angle, but the cord won't go any further. I'm trying so hard. I'm sorry.
Is the dog behind your chair?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Dog is
So
directly behind my chair.
I've been a cat person, always been a cat person, and I have had 2 cats in my lifetime. One called Junior, he passed away sadly, and the other, Simba, which you guys mainly know.
I
He's
love
always on
Simba.
stream.
I love the photo yesterday you sent, or 2 days ago. I don't know.
The Sphinx photo.
The Sphinx photo.
I sent Switchy a photo of Simba sitting on my bed like a sphinx. It was very cute. But yeah, cat person for me. Dogs too high maintenance.
Vorth, I'm sure I
Vorth,
know what
what
your
about
answer.
you?
I'm sure I know what
Yeah.
Vorth's answer
I want to
is.
hear Vorth's answer
Hmm.
still. I want to know why.
So, the first animal that I ever had in my household was a cat, and shortly afterwards we got a dog. But then we didn't stop there, and we kept getting more cats because
I
my mom
see.
did a animal rescue, and so she would find wild cats and help them get neutered and spayed so the population wouldn't burst out of control. And there was a lot of work there, but that because of that, we were taking lots of cats into our house. And because of this, my mom grew attached to them, and we took in the ones that we really liked, and the other ones we just escaped to the, I don't know where we put him. That was usually my mom doing that. But I imagine the vet took care of it, or whoever she was, not the vet, whoever she was working with. It was one of her friends that she had in the cat rescue. There's more than just cats, though, I should include. But once after that, I grew very attached to the cats, even though none of them liked me. And cats don't like you, but the dogs do like you.
I
And that's
agree
why I
with that
like cats.
statement 100%. As a cat owner, I agree with this. Yep.
And so when the cat does like you, it feels special. Moreover, the dog seems to always just love everybody, but that's also special in its own way. But that is why I'm a cat person.
I agree with you definitely in the sense that Simba, in terms of my family, like I'm the favorite. Not gonna lie, and it feels good to be the favorite.
It
I won't
does.
deny it. He likes to hang out with me the most. I just have one question, boss. You had a dog, and then you started getting a lot more cats. How did the dog feel being around all those cats? Did it
Oh, the dog didn't
was it a
mind at
weird
all.
experience? Really?
It was kind
I
of
don't know.
a,
Did they get along?
yeah, all animals got along. It was a not really active dog. It was an Irish Wolfhound mix, and so it wasn't as big as a Wolfhound should get, probably half the size, which Wolfhounds are huge if you do not know. And so being half the size is still a good medium-sized dog. But after that, we had also got another dog, and this dog was really active, loved everybody, but still got along with the cats just fine. I think that's just
Man.
as the dog, if it's a puppy and grows up around animals, that they'll get along with them better.
So
So I
we'll
think
get
that's
into
why
this later on the podcast, but I'm just trying to process this. I'm just thinking how many living creatures were in your house. We'll get into that more later because we will talk about that topic later in the podcast. But
Uh-oh.
that must be a very big house, boys. But Switchy,
Yeah.
cat or dog? Why?
So for me, I've mainly been a dog person. We've had some extremely bad luck with cats and owning cats. Like we usually have
Mm,
always had a dog and a cat at the same time. Um, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the neighbors or what it has been. But the we've had two cats now that have sadly passed away due to getting poisoned to like antifreeze.
Oh
So
wow.
I don't
it's so
know if it's
sad.
just the neighbors leaving it out and, the cats got into it, or if it's literally the neighbors like feeding it to the cats to kill them because they don't
That's
want them on their
dark.
property. Who knows? But we've had two because of that. We've also had very luck or very unlucky with my mom's wedding gift was a nice white fluffy Persian cat, and it was very nice, but it went to the vet to get groomed because it used to get knots in its hair all the time, and thing had a heart attack and died at the vet. Which,
What?
Oh
yeah,
no.
we just don't have luck with cats at all, and because of the last one, I think the last one was also antifreeze, like the antifreeze one. So my family's kind of given up on cats. So I haven't had a cat in like probably like 5 years at least now, but
I know you've been wanting one. They're amazing.
I do want one. My friend was
Get a
telling me,
kitten.
my friend was talking about kittens that
Kidding.
needed homes and they were free, and I'm like, I'm gonna steal one. And my mom's like, no, you're not taking a cat. And I'm like, they
You
don't
should
have to
have.
know. But my mom just had some roommates move in, and so we just had my dog before, but now my mom's roommates moved in, and they have three dogs and a cat. So our backyard is just full of animals right now. It is
You guys are running zoos, man.
we've got we've got
Both of you.
we've got two little puppies that are, I don't know if they're a year or just like under a year. I don't know how old, but we have the one. It's a Papillon, and it is cute. It's got the fluffy ears and everything. That thing is
Papillons are
so cute,
adorable.
and it is. They keep saying it. It is so excited to see me, and it's never like it doesn't do it to anybody else. Like it is so excited whenever it sees me, and it is just like trying to lick me and get all over. Like, chill out, dog. Then they got like some stray dog from Mexico or something like that. It got rescued from like wandering in the streets of Mexico or something like that. So it was some sort of rescue dog. So that dog's really chill as well. Um, And then they have an old one that's kind of like my dog, actually. That's like 15 or something, and it's like blind. But they also have a cat who I've only interacted with it like twice because it's just always sleeping. But it's like completely shaven down right now, and its name is Princess Marshmallow. So they call it
Wow.
They call it P Marsh for short.
P Marsh. Sounds like a rapper name, not gonna lie.
P Marsh, yo.
Yo.
No, but I want
I
to
was
get a
gonna say
kitten.
maybe the Papillon energy is coming from the hair. He's just attracted to the brightness of the hair. It's
Maybe.
really bringing out
I mean,
bringing out all the energy.
my dog actually, the dad of this dog is full Papillon of mine, of Jersey. And then the mom was Shih Tzu, and I picked this one, or I picked this dog because they said it looks like it's going to turn out to be more Papillon, and I got it, and my dog doesn't look
Nope.
Papillon at all. It looks
No,
straight
it
Shih
does not.
Tzu. I'm like, that's fine though. P Marsh Fishy on Me official music video.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
Firth,
Oh
God
no,
dang it.
please.
Actually, so the one thing I did forget that like immediately got brought to my attention. I was just gonna say after we finished the first topic that shout out to the YouTube channel. Firth literally did it seconds after I forgot what I was gonna say, so it came back to me right away. But Firth, thank you for that in chat. Shout out to the YouTube channel because I've noticed that we are lacking in the YouTube department. Not that it matters too much, but you know, follow the YouTube channel if you're here because we upload to that. I'm gonna be uploading. Actually, I could public the last podcast right now. I just kind of was lacking on it because of my trip and stuff, but it should be uploaded after this podcast finishes, as well as on Spotify.
Yep, and I think after we start doing more projects, not just the podcast, we'll probably be uploading more videos and stuff related to just like the Maple Kiwi in general. So do make sure you're subbed, give the YouTube support just as much support as you guys give the Twitch. So yeah, we'd love to see it.
Exactly.
And the Spotify. And the Spotify as well. Shout out to the Spotify.
I hate how
listeners.
Spotify doesn't actually show you any numbers or anything like that. It's just like kind of there. Like it doesn't actually say how many followers it has or like anything like that. Which I'm like, like I kind of wish I knew. Not that it, like matters all that much, but I'm like,
And
I
are
kinda
there
wish
no
I
like
knew.
analytics page? Creator like analytics does it
They're
not do that?
probably somewhere, but like not on like the actual main page. Like it doesn't like when you look up the Maple Kiwi, it doesn't say like this many people are
Oh yeah.
following or it has like whatever. So I can probably look into the analytics and figure it out. But the Anchor thing I use is supposed to do that, but it says we've had like 2 people watch the podcast. I'm like, I know that's not true. I know more than 2 people have watched the podcast. Like I can name like at least 4 that have seen it. So
Yeah.
um
I do wanna slide segue here to or more of coming back to what I was saying before about just how many living creatures are inside Vorth's house because this is a topic that we have written down here and I'm really glad that we wrote it down. Vorth, according to this, you are the youngest of a family of 8
I was gonna get to
and
that.
somehow you are at age 22 and you are the youngest. So you have a huge household. What's that like? I'm just trying to process all this. There's a lot going on in this house right now.
Yeah, when you're younger, how hectic was that?
So, it was pretty lively every day, and I didn't notice it as different because that's just what I grew up with. But we all were living in the same house, and with all those animals, we also had birds, but I don't really remember a lot about the birds.
Jeez.
This is a
The
wild
birds
house,
just
man.
totally
So,
disappeared.
can you name a single time that the house was silent? Or
Yeah,
you had time
usually at
alone?
night.
Or time alone is like I feel like you just don't have. So what was your? Did you have to have people share rooms a lot in your house, or how big
Yeah,
was this house?
we shared rooms.
You kind
I
of
shared a
have
room
to
with
with the
my brother, and then 2 of my brothers shared a room, and then the sisters would share rooms.
Actually, can you just elaborate on how many brothers and sisters, just so that I have a rough perspective?
So when we were all living there, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. I have 2 stepsisters and 1 stepbrother, and we were all living all together there.
Oh
So we had
wow.
to share rooms, but we all got along. But that's why the family is so big, is because half of it's a step family, but we all came together and lived in the same place.
That's crazy. That's awesome to hear, though. Firth asked in chat saying, when you were younger, how many times did you guys fight over the milk?
So I actually don't like milk. Milk,
So you're
I
out of the
can't,
question.
can't stand
How many
liquid milk
brawls
at
are you
all.
on the sidelines like filming? Like,
Well, I never had a phone until
fair
like
enough.
middle school, so I can record things.
Fair enough.
We
So
all got along pretty well. There's no like
I
brawls
have
breaking out.
yeah, I've got questions about things like, commutes to school or just like sharing things in general because with a family that big with that many siblings, you're gonna share things a lot. And I just like if I thought me and my brother sharing things was difficult, that's like two people. Among eight people, that must be pretty tough. So what's it like, commutes to school and sharing and all that stuff?
So with the commute to school, we would ride the school bus to go school. And so our school, they had a school bus that would go around and pick people up nearby. At least for elementary school. I'm not sure about the high school because I ended up moving. And so with sharing things, that was actually really annoying, and I did not like doing that at all.
All
Especially when it
right.
came to like entertainment sources. We would have a schedule on paper written out of everybody would get an hour of time at this time. That would be that person's turn to get on. And so that's what I grew up with, playing on the computer maybe once a day for 1 hour or whatever we would be all trying to play at the same time.
Oh wow.
Couldn't
And if
imagine.
you started late, that's it. Tough. You missed
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Oh wow. You guys were on it quick, huh?
So with a
We'd wake
household
up at 7 a.m.
with a household that big and family that big, was there a lot of stuff? I mean, you seem like a very genuine person that you wouldn't. Was there stuff that like mischievous stuff that you would be able to get up to and like, just because there's a distraction of the giant house that you were able to like kind of do? I don't know for an example, but
Not at all.
no.
So you never played for an hour and 5 minutes? You never went over that hour?
Well, that's not very mischievous, I would say. That's just playing when they're not taking over. Oh well.
They're lost.
Yep.
Your gain.
Okay, chat. What? Pollution has said he has 6 sisters and 2 brothers, so he's also in a family of 9. And Firth has now said 7 brothers and 2
Jeez.
What?
You
What kind of
guys.
families? Oh Jesus! I'm an
Yeah,
only
me and
child.
Switchy be
I'm
out
an
here
only
like
child. I'm living right now. I feel really spoiled being an only
I
child.
also find that with these really, really big families, you tend to have twins or stuff like that in the mix. Were there any twins in the mix or just
Nope.
all different? All
No.
different.
We all
Wow.
have like the same nose. That's about it.
That's about it.
Everybody says we look like each other, at least the blood related, the kin. But I get sometimes, do you know this person? I'm like, oh yeah, that's my brother. Or, oh, you look exactly like this other guy. That happens all the time.
I mean, without even
We
looking, I
all
was
do our
mind
colors.
blown. I was mind blown when I found out Donut was your brother. I was like, what? Like,
I
he didn't tell me. Did you not know that, Switchy?
No, not well. Not I did find out about it recently. Well, so the time I found out about it was I was doing Pummel Party a while back with Bam and like Emily and Kyle and Donut Kid was in the mix too. That was like my first time ever interacting. Like I've seen him in chat, but that was my first time ever talking to him and playing with him. And then later that night, I was in a call with Vorth, and I don't remember what we were doing. It was when we were all in that Discord call that one night. But then, or no, maybe it wasn't that. I don't know. But anyways, played with Donut Kid earlier that night, and then Vorth was in it, and then he said something about Donut Kid being his brother. I'm like, what? I'm like, where did that come? Small world. Like, and the thing is, like, I've seen Donut Kid around, but I don't think I've ever seen Vorth and Donut Kid together at any point.
Exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
why I was like, how did I not know about? Like,
Same here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure. So I had found both. I found Vorth, I think through you, Switchies, how
Through
I
me,
found
yeah.
Vorth. And I'd met Vorth first, and then after a few streams, a guy called Donut Kid started showing up on my streams. Like, oh yeah, who's this Donut Kid guy? He seems really nice. Started watching my Legend of Zelda streams and was helping me out through basically all of the game. And it took me so long to make the connection that these two are brothers. I'm like, Donut, you never told me. This whole time you're helping me throughout the game and you never told me where you came from. So it was just mind blowing because again, they're never in the same place at the same time. Vorth, are you Donut? Can you just let us know? Are you?
I
You
mean,
guys
do you
are
want me
never
to
in the
go get
same
him?
place. Actually, I have not seen Donut's face, but yeah, it's definitely
Don't
very mind blowing.
donut reveal.
Let me just turn around and then come back. Oh, hi guys.
Oh yeah, you're just donut
I
as well. Nice.
I genuinely thought Vorth was just gonna pull out a donut, like just as a joke. Like he had that gag ready. Just he's like, oh, donut. There you go.
That's great.
Maybe another room.
I just noticed something in chat. I will address it. Congratulations to GM Xenon, who just hit champ in ones. Well done. Congratulations. And thank you for introducing us to the segue. We're talking about Vorth again. Vorth, you are somehow
Hello.
GC.
How the fuck did you
Help.
get GC?
Yeah,
How?
help us, please.
Just get
How to
good.
GC?
Just get good, Ram. You heard it here.
Yep.
Just
Words of
okay.
wisdom.
Interview. Question. What is the number one thing that you think is extremely important in Rock League? Like a very important thing in Rock League that you should be mastering. And don't say mechanics because I'll get mad if you say mechanics.
I'm not.
Okay, good.
Positioning. Because it doesn't
I'm
matter where you
clapping,
are.
but Discord is
But if you can't hit the
canceling it.
ball. Oh my goodness.
I'm clapping. I'm so happy that you said positioning because that is I tell people the number one thing in Rocket League is positioning and rotations, and they're like, "No, it's not that important. You gotta learn the mechanics, dude." I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm so happy you said
It
that.
helps. It helps a lot, but you don't
Oh,
need
I'm
it.
sure.
I really
I'm
enjoyed
sure.
last night before going to bed watching Vorth just smack that one kid on his stream 1v1s. Dude, he's sitting there. I see him win the first game like 9-2, and he's like, "Yo, verse me again. I think I can win this time." I'm like, "Oh no."
I remember. I
Okay,
joined your stream and
that
you
was
were like
poster,
10-1
right?
up.
That was poster, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, poster.
I was like, "Ah, at least he's still fighting." And you definitely weren't going easy on him, which he probably appreciates that.
No, but what's weird is you look at Vorth and he's so like chill. He's like just nonchalantly winning 10-1. Like, oh yeah.
Sure.
This
He was
is
just talking to
another
chat, like reading
just
chat the
another
entire
stream.
time.
It's great though. It's really fun just like watching you play and just being like, I wish I could get remotely close to that.
I want to get better every day I play. I feel the same thing. It never stops, that feeling.
I'm trying, or not trying. I want to hit GC this season, but
What?
what? What happened?
Hi, hello to Ammo.
Ammo just donated 100 bits to you. I just saw that
That's
pop up on
funny.
your. I saw that pop up on your webcam. What the heck?
Ammo, I know that you're watching this through my channel, but if you would like to donate the bits to the Maple
We don't have
Kiwi,
bits. We're not
you
affiliate.
can't. Okay, when we hit affiliate, I will pass the bits on to the Maple Kiwi.
That's
Thanks for
funny.
the 100 bits,
I
Ammo.
saw- I
That was
saw-
really
I saw
funny.
I saw them pop up on your screen. Tier
That was
100.
really funny.
Ammo, we appreciate you so much. That was funny. Yeah, so I wanted to try and push for a GC this season, but so far I've hit Champ 3 Div 2, which is my peak now. But I am just at a point where I am just like not going up, not going down really, and I am stuck.
Play like 100 casual matches and then go back at it and you'll get it.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
Would you say casual matches, or would you say does it matter? Could it be a second account, just playing rank on the second account? Because I also did that as well, a little bit.
Well, you can. People, for some reason, don't really care about their casual MMR, but if you try at it and treat it somewhat seriously, not leaving every match, you'll start fighting better people.
So yeah, the problem with me is with casual. I just do not like doing casual because I get into a casual game. you know, you do a kickoff, you score a kickoff goal, and everyone leaves. It's like,
that happens, and for
I heard
the
that.
yeah, what happened over there?
I may or may
You
not have
just
dropped
went.
my.
Uh,
It got
he
pulled.
dropped his ring light. Well done.
It got pulled off of my PC. Oh god, I gotta be careful. My power button's on the top of my PC. I almost clicked my power button off.
That would have been
What are we
very
doing?
unfortunate.
Mm.
No, the cord accidentally got pulled because and then it landed on a bowl. That's why that was really loud. No, but sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I can't bother playing.
You're right.
I'm being distracted everywhere. Just what are you doing now? We got puppy friend.
Again. Why?
Another 100
Stop
from
donating
ammo.
bits to my. Stop donating bits to my offline channel, guys. Stop it.
No, but
that was from first.
I ended
Thank you.
up. I have a second account that I play on occasionally. That's also now like Champ 2-ish, which I was like, oh, I'm gonna make another Smurf account just because I wanted to see what I'd get place after 10 games, and I didn't even know it was possible. But after my 10 games, I finished Champ 1 Div 2 or Div 3, something like that. Which I was like, I didn't even know you could place Champ after placements, but I think I won all 10 games, or maybe just 9 of them. I don't remember how many it was, but we it was me and Cookie that were duoing, which worked out very well.
There you go.
I will say one thing I found that helped me improve, because a couple of years ago I wasn't even champ. I was all the way down in plat. In fact, if you guys go and look back a couple of years ago, I have a YouTube series called Road to Plat. I was a gold even. But one thing that made me play better was playing against players who are better than me. Getting absolutely destroyed by SSLs, that's fine, but it made me adapt to their gameplay. It made me learn what was fast, what was the right push, what was the wrong push. It made me get a lot better because I had to be better to keep up with the game. So, like playing up against a good player always makes me improve. People like Xenon. As much as I absolutely hate getting clapped by Xenon, I like versing Xenon. He makes me play better. So stuff like that. That's my coaching, but I'm here to hear from Vorth, the god himself.
I think that's a good way to learn, because then you don't have a bunch of options you want to try out to be like, wonder what this would do in this scenario when I'm trying to block the ball. A lot of them immediately get thrown out because you'd be like, oh, this better player clearly it's just it makes me see like, oh, I have to actually like hit the ball right now, kind of thing, not dribble it in front of the net, for example. So I agree with that.
Do you
And
Go ahead.
what's
sorry.
up?
Go ahead.
Okay. With the playing casual matches, when people leave, the game ends and you'll get more casual MMR. And so maybe that'll help it get out of that the more that happens, but that is very frustrating. I do not like that about casual matches at all either.
If I just have people that want to play casually, I just usually hop on a second and play comp on my second, or my third account now, because my second account got too high MMR. So that's how I usually adjust it, because I do not like playing casual. That, and we've just done a lot of private matches as well recently, but I'll take your advice and do some more casuals on my main and see what happens there.
If you want, we could do casuals together. That will get our synergy up better. And plus, my casual MMR is really up there. And so what Ram was saying too, you'll be fighting people who are like as if we were playing comp at what we want to be getting. And so it'll help a lot. And then since it's a casual match, you don't have to take it like risk free. And so when you're playing casual matches, you can take those risks that will help you get better, and you won't lose as much out of it when you make that mistake, because it will happen when you're trying to get better at the game. And so on top of that, you'll be having a lot more fun learning how to do all this stuff. And so I entirely support playing casual matches.
Okay.
I think it's great. You
Yep.
have a lot of fun playing the game. Imagine enjoying a game.
What, enjoying Rocket League? Impossible. What? We all hate Rocket League collectively. Come on. We still play.
Do training packs and training and stuff like that, or what's your opinion on training itself?
I play Rocket League for a few hours, only doing training packs, and then I get off the game.
Yeah, this is something I need to get into. People always say, I know. So I'm same. I same boat.
I'm gonna say
Same
I am
boat.
almost GC, and I have not done a single training pack ever. I don't think I've ever loaded up a training pack.
You
So
should.
That is impressive.
I probably should.
That is impressive, actually.
Probably should. But I don't know. I feel like I've played so much. I mean, I don't think I compare to Rams hours at all, but I just feel like I've been sitting at like
Feels bad, man.
I've been sitting on the bed. You're being annoying. Um, no, I feel like I've been sitting around the same area forever. Like I am slowly improving, and I see it, but like I just don't see it in rank really, just because I feel like everybody else around me also is getting really good. Um, dog's going
I will
crazy.
say one thing I found very handy was I see your dog. Is just playing with the same people frequently. Once you because when you play with too many different people, you have to adapt to their different play styles. That's why I like twos the most because it's just you and one other person, and when you know how that other person plays, you can play around that. So an example that I always use, for example, is when I compare playing with Zebra and when I compare playing with Stella. So Zebra is a very defensive player. Because of that, I know I can be a bit more offensive and I can go for more shots and stuff, knowing that he'll most likely have my back. Whereas Stella's the complete opposite. She likes going for the shots. She likes doing the freestyly, like war shots and all that stuff. So I need to be the defensive one. I need to make sure I've got her back. So just playing with different people, good, but make sure you play with the same people frequently to adapt to that play style. Like Vorth, do you have a twos partner or a threes partner?
Yeah, are you a
I'm
three?
sure
I
you
want to
do.
know, are you more of a twos player or a threes player first? I want to know.
Watch him say ones.
No,
Don't say what.
definitely more of a twos player.
Okay.
And then ones, and then threes. I don't like threes that much. I'm very bad at it. My rotation is
I agree.
really off because I'm so used to playing twos.
I want to
And
see
so it's weird.
RLCS implement more twos.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
Because RLCS is just
Don't.
all threes. But
I could go on a massive rant about how badly I want twos tournaments, but let's. Like, I could be here for a solid
yeah,
half hour
hold on.
complaining
First
about.
off, I want to dig into Vorth. Who is your go-to? Do you have go-to people
Yes,
when
I need to know
ranking up?
this.
My closest go-to person as of the moment is Bam for playing twos. But
Bam is really good, man. He's very good.
He doesn't play too much or as much as he used to.
well, not that. I just haven't played with somebody recently for playing ranked, so I've been playing a lot by myself, which is fine.
I'm available.
Do you
No
solo
switching.
queue ranked, Fourth?
Yes, I do. I feel like that's the
I'm
best
too
way to do it.
scared to do that. I feel like I'm just gonna get a bad teammate every time, and
Oh,
I'll
you
always
will.
blame my teammate and never myself. That's the thing.
It's the best part of Rocket League.
Well, blaming your teammate.
Yep. Makes the
I
game
guess
complete.
yes. You're never at fault. You're always perfect. Always.
Yes. And then you'll improve. Or your teammate will forfeit.
Yeah.
Usually happens.
I like I think for me I like both twos and threes. They're really different, but like if I just only play threes for a while, I actually get really used to it and really enjoy it. Like for like when it comes to like passing stuff, it's really hard to score though, which kind of sucks, but like the whole like passing and stuff like that, if we can get passing plays off, they are just fun to go for and stuff like that. But I don't know. Definitely my highest rank is twos, and probably my favorite because you have a bit more space to do more. But the reason why I was liking threes a lot more than twos was because whenever I'd play twos, my partner would be Arnie, and Arnie's fucking good. But the thing is I am also more of an offensive player. So the thing when both of us play is we both want to be offensive.
Yeah,
And
I've seen that.
and the thing is, since twos, you can afford to do a bit more freestyle and like, one's plays get around the guy and try and score, right? But in threes, you can't do it. But in twos, it's like, I let Arnie do it and then I'm back and I'm so bad at defense. So then we just lose because if he doesn't score it, they score all the way back like every time. Because for me, I can't fast aerial. So that's another thing. I can't fast aerial, and I've never done training packs, and I'm almost GC. I don't deserve
I don't know how he does
GC.
it.
I don't deserve GC. I really don't. So I'm glad I'm not it yet, because the thing for me is just fast aerialing is I can't boost and jump at the same time because, well, my situation. So for me, I have to hit both. I have to like put my finger between the two in order to do it. Like I have to it's
Oh yeah, to do the fast area, yeah.
which usually either a finger slips off of the jump button where you have to double jump, or it slips off of the boost button, which you kind of need to boost to get in the air. So it's like
I actually just trained myself on using one finger. So I use my thumb to press both X and circle at the same time. Like I've
Yeah.
just trained myself on how to do that.
But the thing for me is the angle, because I hold it up from the side, so
Yeah,
I can't
your
really,
ankle
I
is
can't really,
tricky.
yeah, I can't do it from both, which I'm like, I gotta learn the different ways. I think I need to change up my controls because I think it would benefit me, but at the same time, changing controls this far in is scary, and I do not want to.
You know what triggers me the most is that let's just process this, guys. Twitchy has less than 3,000 hours. Has not done a single
I
training.
have less than
and
1,500.
not fast aerial. Has 1.5 hands. And is still
I'd like to say 1 2/5.
as close to GC. 1 2/5. I see what you did there.
Nice.
That and he's still just incredibly
no,
good.
I've only got like 1,500 on the game, so which I feel like is a lot less than a lot of people at these rank as well. So like everyone at my rank is usually like 3,000 hours at least, which I'm like, huh.
So this is an argument that I always tell people, and they're like, you know what? Fair point. The reason why Pixel, for example, me and Pixel have a lot of hours in the game, and the reason why is because Pixel and I played the game when it first came out and haven't stopped playing since the day it came out. Meaning, we also followed all of the meta as it came out. So flip resets weren't a thing. No one knew how to first fast aerial. What even was a wave dash? What even is a half flip, right? So, like, you'd think at the 2,000 hour point, flip resets got introduced, right? So people are like, "Oh, you're 3,000 hours in and you can't flip reset?" Well, yeah, because 2,000 hours ago it wasn't a thing. So, like you kind of cancel it out, yeah. And that's always the argument I make is like, yes, I have 3,000 hours in the game, but it's because I literally followed the game as it came out. I got it pretty much the first week it was released.
It's a good excuse.
So, yeah. See, I'm prepared. When someone says you're bad, I'm prepared. I got my argument ready.
Yeah, I just say no you.
Like, no, I have an actual argument.
I either say no you or I say fuck you, I'm disabled.
That's a good argument too, Switchy.
I mean, they're not going to argue with it. Like, if you argue with it, you're just an asshole. Like, there's no going around it. So, I mean, I'm kind of blessed in that way because I have Twitch in my name or whatever. The people that try and come in and hate, they literally can't because they realize how I'm playing, and then they either just leave or they're like, "Oh, well, I'm an asshole." So, I mean, I don't try and milk it ever, but like, I bring it up a lot just because I don't know. I just want to make sure people know I'm fine joking around with it, make jokes, like, you know, be funny with it. I'm open with it. Like, but you know, a lot of people come in and they're like, "Oh, I saw your bio. Is it okay if I ask you this question?" I'm like, dude, if it wasn't in my bio and I'm hiding it, then dude, a lot of people don't even know. So it's like, I try to, when I get rated now, kind of more explain who I am, what I do, and the fact I'm missing an arm, which people are like, "Yeah, that's cool," and they come back. So I enjoy it. Enjoy the one quality of life that's different compared to other streamers for the most part. There is some other people that I have seen with like missing fingers, or like, you know, there's that guy that's like rank 6 or whatever in the world who only has one arm, which Jesus.
Yeah,
he plays with his chin.
Really?
Yeah, and he's rank 6 in the world. Like he holds it in one hand and he plays like like shoulder like this pretty much. I'm like,
oh wow, that is impressive.
And he's ranked like 6 and 1s or something like that. I don't remember his name, but was it Musty? Probably Musty did a video on him. I don't know. But I saw, oh, best one-handed Rocket League player. I'm like, you have a video on me? That's
wow, humble.
And I was like, oh, it's not me.
All right, well,
where are we going?
No, where I'm going with this is another thing I do was gonna segue into, but I've now lost the segue. So, cool transition. New topic is
Sh-
we gave someone a new name on Twitch recently, and I think you know who I'm talking about, Suchi. It was on your stream we decided the name.
Correct.
And I just want to bring this up because I will segue into that thing I wanted to mention. But Megan, I believe, will be starting Twitch soon. Which is I'm super excited for because one, Megan is the person responsible for my merch design. She's done an amazing job with it. She's also done a lot of fan arts for a lot of things, and she's just really, really talented at art. Not only that,
Give me this
um,
overlay.
yeah, she made this overlay, she made the Maple Kiwi logo, like everything. As well as just she's been on your stream quite recently, Switchy, in
Yeah,
the past few weeks. And the dynamic you two have on stream is hilarious. It's always a lot of fun.
I love playing GeoGuessr with her. It's great.
It is a
Anytime
lot
I
of
can get
fun.
her to come here and like be on stream, not only is it fun, but it's great for stream as well. Everyone else enjoys it, and it's different because everyone else in the community is playing games and stuff like that. I mean, I think everyone has their own aspect that like makes it great, and I really enjoy just the sit down and talk, just chatting stuff. I mean, that's why I like the podcast as well. It's great.
Mm. And where I was sort of going with this is that, Megan is starting streaming. And where I'm going with all of this is, do you guys remember when you started streaming and what kind of scuffed setups you guys had? Because let me tell you, mine was not very good. My first stream overlays, my stream quality, just everything about my stream was awful. Won't deny it. Um, I'll start with mine, and I'm gonna ask you guys about it because I genuinely I haven't seen what your guys' early streams are like. I ran into you guys later down the line, but for me, and maybe Switchy, I can like screen share my screenshot.
If you send it to me, I have a screen already actually that oh wait,
Fantastic.
Do I? Let me check it real
I
quick.
We don't know, but it's okay. I'll also
We
describe it
do.
for our
We have a
audio
screen.
listeners.
We have a screen ready. If you
Fantastic.
send me the link, I can
It-
put it on stream.
okay.
I
If I
myself.
send you the link, okay, fantastic. Then I'll just send you the clip. Feel free to play the clip too.
All right.
It's the clip that I
Sorry,
told
that
you
was
guys
loud.
before stream. But this is
Let's
a
chat.
clip of. I'll put it in the general.
Okay. I
Okay,
also
there,
need to look
there.
at my video thing and look for a really old clip of mine because Vorth, if you're able to as well, that would be
If you
kind of
have a
that.
very,
If you have something you'll
he's
share,
embarrassed.
I'm sure you'll.
I can't wait to hear Volt's one, but let me just start with mine. So while you're loading it up. So with mine, one thing that I had was I didn't realize this about Twitch, but guess what, guys? People like to look at the game when you're playing Twitch. Whoa, mind blowing, right? People want to watch the game that you're playing. So I don't know why, but I basically took Twitch's overlay and put it in my own overlay. So you know how you have a chat box on the right, and then you've got the game? I basically just repeated that. So now on stream you had two chat boxes. You have the chat box and then the overlay chat box.
Do I need to
And
play
then
the
the stream.
video? Do I need to play the video, or can I just show
If
it?
you would like, if you want to play the video, you can. It's a great clip. You see what I mean?
I've got it
How?
on the wrong thing. I'm trolling.
Oh my God!
You guys
Whoa!
see?
Streamception.
I need to
There you
move.
go.
I need to move
Go full
this
screen.
over. There we go. Okay.
If you go full screen there. So if you guys can look there on the chat box, the fact that I have a chat box when there's already a Twitch chat box is so stupid. It's a double chat box, and then the game is really tiny. And that was really bad. The second thing is I had a big fat YouTube link to a YouTube channel I never uploaded to, so that was great. I also had a viewer count which didn't work. It was always on 1, no matter what. And last but not least, I didn't have a good quality microphone. I just had like a headset microphone, and you can hear how bad the quality is. Switchy, do you want to play the clip? I hope it comes through the podcast as well.
It will.
Hopefully it does. Guys, a girl sat next to me today. She was on the bus and our thighs were touching. Later versions.
Oh my.
I hope you guys heard that.
Oh, it's not my best line, but
that go through? Okay, it did. Okay, that is a really good clip.
It is a really good clip, but you can hear how scuffed the microphone was. But that clip is beautiful. And it just like it's great to see how much the channel's changed and how much it's grown and the early days of the rap where I was a little bit more edgy, shall we say.
I love
But
that. One thing I
yeah,
was gonna
no.
say, we have a lot of new faces in chat here. If you guys aren't following and love our podcast so far, please drop a follow. And we're trying to grow this, and we're gonna be doing more than just the podcast. We're gonna be hopefully doing some maybe game shows, a talent
We have
show.
lots planned.
Talent show part 2 will be coming sometime soon. If you guys have talents, you guys should sign up once we go public with that. We also have the Discord. I'm actually gonna make it kind of public now. So if you guys want to join the Discord, we should be posting news in there sometime soon, because I think me and Ram are starting to get stuff cracked down. But
Yes, and last but not least, you see all the names below the webcams? Go check out each of these channels. Check out me, Switchy, and Vorth. Make sure you go. If you guys are enjoying, go give us some follows too. We all stream. So that's my scuffed stream start. As you can see, very scuffed, very broken. That's my humble beginning. Someone else can take the stage. Let's maybe start with Vorth. How is yours?
So I sent you a link, Switchy.
okay.
Just
Oh,
to let
here
you know
we
that.
go.
Do you
Look
want
at
to
it.
do you want to explain it while I get it ready first?
Yeah, just
That
for our
is-
audio listeners as well.
So I'm in my room, and I put a camera on my monitor. It's not a great camera. It's like not a high definition at all, just a normal camera I found. I wasn't paying attention. Like, I did not even have chat open at all. I think the overlay didn't have information filled in it. It was just on the screen, just taking up space. But I was just playing the game, and that's how my first stream. This was, I think, 2017. It was a very long time ago. But that is how my very first attempt at streaming went. But I don't think it's
Did you start with a
horrible.
webcam? So,
I
did.
so
I
you
see a
started
webcam
with your
here.
face cam.
Yes.
That is bold. That is very, very. I was too scared to show my face. I was like, oh no, the internet. You know. I
I've got the
didn't
clip
have it in
here.
me. The thing is, could we see your face? It might have been a scuffed camera.
His camera
Oh
was better
wow, that
quality
is
than mine.
That is a very different voice.
Oh yes, I remember when
Had
I
longer
showed it
hair.
out. Yeah, this is the clip that played when I shouted you out, right?
It might have been another one. I'm not sure if I died in that one you showed.
No, it was definitely this one, because like you have no
What?
reaction at all when you do that.
It was the most dead reaction. Man just easily sweeps an entire CS:GO team. No reaction. Moves on to the next round. Like,
That's pretty
funny.
much how I was.
Just destroys a team and goes, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, man's a killer. Absolutely. That's awesome.
But other than that, there isn't much different than what you saw there on my first time streaming. I like looking back at it though. It's kind of funny. Everything that
It
you
is.
thought about
It
doing.
is a
actually
lot of
going
fun
through
to
it.
look back.
Oh god,
It's so much fun.
oh god.
Oh, Switchy's.
Oh,
pretty
here we
cool.
go,
I just found a
Twitchy.
really old one. This is a good one.
Let's
though.
go.
I look like a skinhead.
It's always good to look back. Show us, Switchy. Show us the damage.
So a little
Describe it as well.
bit talking about it. So I've got a really bad, well not that bad. The Spotify thing, I just have it I just have it so it shows, how am I explaining this? I think it's a window capture that literally just shows the album art and stuff. It actually looks pretty clean, but then I've got a ugly looking chat box, the most ugly looking top bar you could ever see. My webcam border's average, I guess. And the camera I had is a $2 camera I bought from the thrift store. So
Let's go.
it's pretty.
Were you
brutal. I'm
running
gonna
like
show this
10
clip.
frames? 10 frames of the
I don't know
camera?
how bad the clip is itself, but I think I've showed this clip on stream a few times because this is with my friend Dion when we were playing GTA. So this is this clip. There's what I look like in it. I'm just gonna play it.
Fist fight. Fist fight.
Yeah, you can see how bad the camera quality is.
Fist fight. That's not your fist.
I'm so quiet as well. This is like full
Your
blast.
fists are out. Stop running.
I don't want
Jeremy, you ready to see the new whip? Give me a sec.
But it's such a scuff. Look at the main thing. Look at this ugly ass top bar. It's so bad. I don't know if it's just me, but
Just in case you didn't know what channel you were watching, here's a giant top bar to tell you that you are watching Go Switchy.
The more you know.
there's that one, and there was this one as well, which
I
is
don't know. Oh fuck, I missed the.
this one's like the same
I'm
day probably.
inting. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This actually, fun fact: the 6 people that were in this race are the 6 people that went on my trip this weekend.
It's almost like
So,
karma's
Wow,
at
there
it's
you
the same
go.
group, so it's just funny.
You're gonna regret that.
Oh
Well,
no.
It's just me and you up here, Jeremy. Now stream off me fast. Let's get going, buddy.
We're doing team races, so we're doing. There's 6 of us. We're doing 3 teams of 2, and pretty much we were just sabotaging each other and then like trying to split stream off each other to get ahead. Because I just dumpstered their team, and then
Getaway vehicle, Jeremy.
my friend actually got payback from the other team up ahead.
Up the wall, climb, not too far.
I don't know how this happened.
Legend Caleb and Jeremy.
Oh, dude, I hate this map because of that. I get that all the time. So it sounds like we all pretty much started streaming by just playing with friends, really, and just clicking go live, right? That's pretty much what we all did.
Yeah.
When I first started, that is what I did.
Yeah.
For me-
Was that it? Yeah.
Mine was out of spite due to Plays.tv shutting down. I used Plays.tv all the time. It was the way I was able to quickly like click a button to record something, but that shut down and I was really sad. And then
Oh, so you use Twitch to clip.
I just used Twitch and I'm like, oh, I could just look at my VOD or whatever and just take clips from that. And then I eventually just started streaming. So
Oh, there you go.
So I started streaming and I was like, people come. If not, why not? Now I do it a lot more than I thought I would.
It's actually quite funny because the friends who I play with in that clip, for example, that you saw about the bus, shall we say, in that clip, that's actually Polska Penguin and Asheritz, two of Polska Penguin's my very first follower, and to this day they still hassle me and they're like, so when's our cut? When's our pay cut? You know, we need a little bit of the Twitch donations. You know,
funny.
we made this happen. We started this whole thing. I'm like, okay, guys, I see how it is. And it's funny because
cut them all. No, I'm kidding.
I also think Polska Penguin has also made it his life goal to never sub to me and only ever be gifted a sub. Like, thanks, man. Great support as always.
And
No,
I should
but
do
it's
that.
my friends are great like that. They're great. I love them. It's always great bands. And it's awesome to just know that it started just from me just playing with friends and pressing go live, and there I am.
I feel like it's a pretty normal way to start doing it.
It is. To be fair, I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. They were just like, just do it. They said, just stream. They kept pushing me to stream because they told me that my personality could work for streaming. I
Yeah.
kept disagreeing with them. I told them no. don't have much of a personality. Apparently not.
I've got that as well. Like when it came to like just us playing games, all my friends would be like, if we were saying most likely, if someone were to be a YouTuber or streamer, everyone's always said I'd be most likely to do it or to like be more successful with it. Which I'm like, I didn't see it really, but I guess so. Like, I'm having fun with it, so that's what matters.
Oh, I did not think I'd be doing this for a year, and here I am, still going, and not getting bored with it at all.
Now I have a question. When you first started streaming, was that your first experience getting into the Twitch community at all? Or were you previously on Twitch before you started streaming?
Good question. I had only used Twitch to solely watch RLCS. That was it. I didn't know what Twitch was. I didn't interact with chat. I barely did anything Twitch related. I think I had tried streaming once or twice, like super early on. But really, it I really started to understand what Twitch is. I would say last year around May, when I started, but like properly streaming, and my friends taught me like I didn't know what a raid was. A raid came in, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What's a raid?" And like a bunch of people joined. I'm like, "What's happening?" I was so lost. I didn't really know how to Twitch at all. So I was learning. I was very very new, but I learned everything, and I still am learning to this day a bunch of new things that I had no idea about.
Yeah, so
What about you,
for
Richie?
me, I'm just looking back at like stuff I've clipped, like to kind of like give myself a rough idea. I think the main thing for me is because I was a big League of Legends player, was LCS, kind of like our LCS, just the League of Legends one.
Without the R.
Exactly. I watched the LCS a lot, as well as there was a few League of Legends content creators I'd like occasionally stop in for, and I would say yeah, it was pretty much just LCS, and then if you guys know Gold Glove, he used to do a lot of DayZ content back in the day, and I used to just watch that all the time. That as well as Syndicate. I used to watch a lot of zombies from Syndicate, and other than that, I didn't really use Twitch. The first time I actually started getting more into Twitch and like meeting people was a friend of mine named the One X Factor, who recently I just kind of started talking to again. I'm looking, it's like 4 or 5 years ago. I was clipping stuff from his channel back when PUBG first came out, pretty much, as well as when Rocket League first came out for the Xbox One, which I think is around 2017 ish. So I got Rocket League on my Xbox, and it was like, hey, I want someone to play with. So I was just looking at streamers like, hey, duo with me, and I was just crazy good at the game, like right from the start. So like anyone I'd join, they'd be like, holy crap, why are you so good? So, and it made me feel good. So I was like, yeah, joining streams and just showing what's up pretty much. But the One X Factor is one I just played a lot of Rocket League and PUBG with, which you might know El Benevolent Ram. He came into one of your streams a while back.
Yes, I think so.
I met him through him as well, and me and him still occasionally talk. I haven't actually caught up with him as of recently, but he no, I ran into the One X Factor. I rated him the other day because he went to what's the other place called that just got shut down? That Shroud and Ninja were on.
Mixer?
Mixer. He started streaming on Mixer, and then that obviously shut down. So I think he does mixed time between Twitch and Facebook gaming now. I don't know exactly, but I occasionally see him streaming on Twitch.
Ew, Facebook gaming.
I think it's
Ugh.
Facebook. I don't know for sure though, because I have not tuned into a
Man.
Facebook stream, but I occasionally see him live, and he's a really chill dude. Let's see if I can get his name in chat as well. Oops, I accidentally just clicked on one of his clips from way back when. He's also got some scuff clips.
Just while you're getting that as well, Vorth, I'm gonna Uno reverse you. What about you? When did you really get started or into this whole Twitch thing?
So that was almost a year ago now, but definitely not when I first started streaming. I decided that I wanted to take it more seriously and learn more about what I'm going to be streaming on. And that's when I really started streaming more, and I did research on the Twitch etiquette and all this good stuff. But then, because I started streaming, I was getting like putting myself on the community or the Twitch community itself. And that led me to being a part of other people's streams and watching them. And myself, I don't like watching sports, and I don't like watching people do things because I'd rather be the one playing the sport or playing the game. And so I never really understood what people got out of that. But live streaming, I think, is really cool because you get those live interactions and watching other people play, especially the first person who ever rated me. That was It's Rich, and then I went over to his stream and was seeing how he was doing. And I was enjoying it, being like, "Wow, like I'm enjoying this," and I'm talking with other people. So that's how I started getting more and more wrapped up in the community
It's
and
funny.
being a part of it.
I just want to cut him for a second. That's funny that you bring up It's Rich, because It's Rich is the first streamer I actually met as well, technically, because I knew if you know Scythe Arnie ran into my stream because me and him ran into a Rocket League game to each other, and he really liked me, and he's always in my stream now. He was like my first person who wasn't an IRL friend to kind of stay in my stream and be there. And then, I was ending stream and I'm like, oh, I should try raiding someone. Do you have any recommendations? And he said, It's Rich or Brian the Great. And those are the two first people I met. And then the next time I went live, he said Ram. So those three is how I met. Well, it would have been Rich was the first person I met back in, I would think, September or October-ish, I think it would have been. So, but yeah, the fact that I run into them and then now I know everyone else that's here now, which is crazy. It just expands more and more. There's more and more people. Like, I've only run across you as of recently, Vorth, like, just through BAM. And I still feel bad about our first interaction, though you didn't seem too stuck by it.
Oh, what do you mean? We played games together. It's a good first interaction.
I was...
Oh, no. Is this a story I need to hear? There's a story hidden here.
We'll go back to it. I interrupted Vorth with what he was saying about streaming and stuff. Right. We'll come back to it. So
that thing you're saying that was amazing and how it's ever expanding. When I first started, I didn't know that was going to happen. And so it was really cool when stuff like that started to happen. I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. And I'm really enjoying this. And it's just been a very fun experience ever since.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I genuinely cannot process that 1.4k people have clicked follow. Speaking of follow, Johnny Bravado just followed. Hello, Johnny Bravado.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. But that growth, I did not expect at all. Like I said, I was just streaming because my friends told me to, sort of thing. And I was clicking go live, and I got very, very, very lucky. Like, I genuinely don't think I would have been streaming at all had I not grown a little bit, even if it just was a little bit. But I got lucky in the sense that a guy called It's Flaps. I've mentioned Flaps a few times. But Flaps was probably my first real viewer who was just some random guy on Twitch. And who would come back, interact with chat, and always talk to me in chat. And basically that made me understand the idea of Twitch, of like talking to chat, interacting with your community, starting to build a community. And he just basically taught me what Twitch was, and it grew from there. And then I started getting the really early names, like if I throw out things like Crispy the Raccoon, Nerlip was one of them, Doom Guy, Justin's one of them too. Like, some really, really early names. Yeah, like those guys have been around for the longest time, and I'm like super thankful to them that they're still here, which is awesome.
So it's confirmed that Ram likes Flaps.
Oh, I love Flaps.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Zebra.
But I need to go back to your first interaction here, Switchy Vorth. What happened?
The first time I guess I met Vorth, I mean, he didn't seem much by it. Like, he was like, oh, just seemed like a normal person. But it was Sheldon, Bam, and I staying up all night, and we played some Rocket League, and me and Sheldon are playing with Bam, like, me and Sheldon were playing so good together as of recent, and we were like, yo, let's play with Bam and show him like how good we are and see if he'll play with us more. And we ended up playing the worst Rocket League we've ever played in our lives. It was very bad. Like, it was not good at all. And then we swapped to my favorite game of Apex.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ram can already just know from Rocket League going down to Apex, you can tell my mood, it was destroyed. And then
Apex is not the way to cheer yourself up.
So this would have been the stream where you got all those before your Pokemon's stream, the one where you got all the cheers and stuff like that, Ram. It was
the one where you guys spammed hearts in chat.
Yeah. It was the day after. It was the day after that, because then Sheldon's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD," and we're like, "Okay." And then Vorth joined as our third for Apex, and when he joined, I just like did not say a word to him. Like, I was just not talking and just not that. I stayed up all night, so I was like tired as well. So I was tired, frustrated, and like Vorth joined, and he seemed like the most like nice, chill person ever, and I just felt like a complete asshole. Like, I didn't say anything bad, but I just felt awful because I was like, I messaged him, I'm like, dude, you seem like such a great person. I just did not have a good first impression. I'm like, this is not normally how I am. I swear.
Oh, I just imagine you playing like Apex and just quietly mumbling to yourself like stupid Rocket League and ban stupid teammates. Like just getting really frustrated and Vorth is just sitting there being wholesome. That's lovely. That is lovely.
But Vorth, you just thought nothing of it, really? It was fine?
Well, I was enjoying playing games. It was cool to play with people. First time getting back into Apex since the game first came out.
Great.
And, I just figured that you didn't feel like talking. Didn't think much of it.
Did you
Yeah,
just
that's
think
fair.
he was shy? Was that it?
No,
It's just like
didn't seem
no.
like that. Just like you
Seemed
don't
like
want to talk,
talking
you
to
know?
you. Yeah. Yeah, I
So
know.
he was talking to Sheldon, fine, just not you. I see.
Well, Sheldon deafened and went to watch your VOD back of that. That's why I can remember which day it was, because he went back to watch your VOD to see what happened. No, was I even talking to Pam? I don't know. I think I was just probably going, like, just about Apex, just pissed that we would die.
I'm so confused.
What-
I'm putting in these Arabic things in Google Translate, by the way, because I see Arabic coming in the chat.
We need to start
The
banning.
Missile League is forbidden. I'm guessing that means Rocket League. I just translated that. Oh, nice.
Lovely. Can we
That
get a whole
is
bunch of
lovely.
sus emotes in the chat if you guys follow or something?
Oh my god, that was lovely.
But anyways, one thing I wanted to bring up now that what did I see in chat? Summer Voltage said that you should shave your hair. Why is that? What's happening under the beanie? Sorry, us Canadians call them toques. You guys don't. Okay, beanie. What's under the beanie?
I have hair under the beanie.
Fair enough. You don't need to show it, but
Well, now it's like getting mush.
that's fair. Is it long?
Is it?
No,
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say,
like
is it that lockdown
about as
long?
long as Rams.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
What
Maybe a little longer. In between your guys's. How about
So-
that?
sounds about right. But why are they explaining to shave your hair?
Beats me.
I say, is this an ongoing thing in your channel or no? Just
Nope.
boys
Just,
being boys. Okay, got it. No, I was just gonna ask about that because today at the river, for me at least, I was like, my hair's getting long. I need to get it cut.
It really is.
And I'm like, what do I do with my hair next? Because usually I've been adding a different color, and every time I get it cut down, so I'm like, well, what do I do next? Every single person said,
oh no.
shave.
I
it
can't
all off.
imagine. No,
I
no.
was thinking orange.
I mean, it would
Yeah?
match your theme,
Yeah.
It would
but I don't
match
think.
my theme, and that's what everyone does.
Orange and
say,
black.
But orange and black.
Black on the sides and have orange coming in streaks.
Just
There you
get
go.
an orange mohawk.
Do you mean like K-pop orange, sort of, like the highlight, the black highlights at the end? Is that what you mean?
Sure.
Sure.
go with that.
K-pop orange. There you go.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair next. I know I need a haircut sometime soon because especially in the summer here, it's I don't know how hot it's been there. Oh, you're in Cali. It's super hot there, but we have a heat wave right now, and it is disgusting. Wait, are you in Cali, Vorth? Wait, hold on. No, you're in Washington,
No.
Oregon. Washington, Oregon. You're
I was recently when I saw my cat.
right. That's what it was. That's what I'm getting mixed up with. Where are you currently? You're in
Washington.
Washington.
State.
Okay. I was gonna say you're in one of the west sides, but we've been
One
having.
of
I'm
those.
right above you, and we're having a massive heat wave. Are you having that too? Or you don't know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hot.
I work tomorrow. It's supposed to be over 40 degrees, which I don't know. You guys need to translate that to Fahrenheit. But I'm not used to it,
Crazy.
and I do not have AC in my car. So, and I work.
Just eat ice.
I work.
Problem solved.
I work out on the road, or I sit in my car while we wait, which I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna die. So I have stolen the keys of Jonah's car because he has AC, and we have swapped cars for tomorrow. So I'm like, nice. He doesn't have to go anywhere. So I'm like, I'm taking your car.
There you go.
Where was I? Where were we going next? Do we have a?
There's actually a very
in
good
chat.
question that came up in chat.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Zebra4T is asking, what is your favorite TV show growing up? I have two that I'm ready to just
Let's hear them, Ram.
splash out straight away. One, I'm sure everyone knows this because all of my gifts and stuff for my letterbox is set after this. SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
SquarePants. I can genuine Barbie. No, that's not the correct answer,
No,
Zebra.
man.
But no, but with SpongeBob SquarePants, I can literally recite so many different quotes from so many different episodes. I can even name what episode they're from. Like, you give me a clip of SpongeBob, I'll be like, ah, yeah, it's from that episode called that. Like, I know, just I'm too much of a SpongeBob fan. I used to record them on VHS. Yes, I'm a boomer. On VHS after school every day and watch back those VHSs in my spare time. That's how much I loved SpongeBob.
Vorth's got the
It's just-
pillow in the background. The SpongeBob
I
pillow.
see that.
So
The
was your favorite
Yeah?
your favorite episode the panty raid episode?
no, not the
I know we were
pansy
talking
raid.
about that yesterday during your
And if-
stream.
And you know what's crazy is I know the name of that episode. It's called Born Again Crabs. And it's sad that I can remember that. I just know what that episode is. It's because Mr. Krabs feels really old and he wants to feel young again, so he decides to do a panty raid. Plot twist, he panty raids his own mother. I don't know what they were thinking when the guys who were in charge of a kids show wrote the plot for this episode. I don't know what they were thinking, but
Seemed to do well.
great, great
I have a
episode.
question,
Well,
Ram.
We should watch that on stream. Okay.
yes, both.
So you know how the very beginning of the SpongeBob episodes, how it is like a background of sand and rocks, and it goes through everybody, all the names.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that one of the rocks disappears? And do you know what I mean? Like
One
the
of them
first,
renders
say,
out in a
100
different.
episodes. That's not the correct number. But then after that, like there's a rock that they no longer draw in. It's just gone. Did you ever notice that rock?
I did not notice this.
You need to point this
No,
out for
this
us.
is news to me.
If you can
Well,
find
going-
if you can find a photo of it, Vorth, I'll pull it up on the
If
podcast
they're okay,
because I'm curious to
I
see
have
this as well.
I could try.
wait, is this because of the shapes of the rocks? That like the shape, the. Is
I
this
don't know
why?
the reason.
I
You
don't
wanna
know.
look up
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
is
the
very
Rock.
questionable. All right, SpongeBob is. It's a lot of questionable things.
What's your number 2 show, Ram? While we wait for him to.
So the number 2 show, surprisingly, a lot of people think I might say Pokemon here. It's not Pokemon. It's
Toxic.
actually wow. It's actually another cartoon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched so much Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I collected I played
Never
the
seen it.
game so much. Oh mate,
Never
it's
seen it.
time to duel, mate. It's time. It's just so good. Everything Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh GX mainly because it was always on after school. I still have my actual constructed Yu-Gi-Oh duel deck in this room. Like I keep it. I even have like the limited edition like Obelisk the Tormentor from the Yu-Gi-Oh movie that came out like a couple years back. I went to see it in gold class cinema experience. I was a very big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I still am. I absolutely love Yu-Gi-Oh. I guess partly because I'm Egyptian and there's a lot of Egyptian stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I really just vibed with it. I loved everything about it. So yeah. Good old Yugi Moto.
Yu-Gi-Oh's great.
Were you a
loved
big
watching
fan,
it.
Vorth?
I watched it whenever it was on, but I never watched all of them, and only the original show that I ever watched. I didn't watch
Yeah.
any of the new ones after that.
The new ones get a bit weird. But
Oh yes, they do.
they literally play Yu-Gi-Oh on motorcycles.
Yes.
So I don't even know what's going on at that point. But same with you. As a kid, I didn't really watch the whole thing, but I always watched it when it was on TV, like always, every day after school. It was that and SpongeBob. Those were the 2 back-to-back things I would always watch after school. As I got older, I rewatched all of Yu-Gi-Oh in order, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I see why I loved this as a kid. It's fantastic. Anyone who hasn't finished the first Yu-Gi-Oh seasons,
Never even
like the
seen
first 3, Switchy, you'll love it. It's great because they
wow.
just break, especially the first season. You know why? They will go against their own rules every time. every time. They just cheat. So can I let me just tell you one quick example before I ask you guys about your favorite cartoons. But one example of them completely breaking the rules is it's a card game, right? Usually in a card game, your card has stats or whatever, attack and defense. And when you're attacking something, you compare it to the other card's stats. They just say, screw that, it's a card game, right? I am now going to attack the moon. Yep, my card is going to attack the moon so that your werewolf card is no longer a werewolf. It is now a human. It is now weaker than me. Let me attack the moon. What even? It's
Makes
a
sense to
card
me.
game. That's Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell. That's why I love it. They make up the dumbest
Just
things.
attack the moon, forehead.
Exactly. Yep. It's great. It is great.
You have a
Um,
bee card? Wipe out all the flowers. You can't get pollen now. I'm stronger.
yeah.
It's just
It's yeah, that is literally how you'd get away with it.
you are some water card. I'm gonna get a straw and suck up all the water. So now you have to be on land. All the water
Yes.
in the world. Done.
There you go. That is a plot that they would use, and they would just be like a card that can do that. There's a card that can do that. Trust me, I swear.
Interesting.
No, there isn't.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's great.
Vorth, do you got one?
Both. Also, did we happen to find out
yes, I
those
do.
rocks or no?
Yeah, did you
No.
find-
I
Fair enough.
No, darn. Okay.
I'll find them
All right.
one day. I need to like go somewhere I can watch all the SpongeBob episodes so I can get 2 of them up and compare them.
I'm gonna do one little Google search as well. But yes, Vorth, you're next on the top TV show you watched as a kid. It could
Oh,
be a
yes.
TV show or cartoon.
As I was growing up, there's this awesome TV show that was being created, and it's Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I was watching it as it was coming out. I remember waiting for the books to come out, and that was my favorite show growing up. It
It
was
is
great. I
one of
loved
the
it.
best shows of all time,
Oh,
dude.
yes, it is.
Dude, I've watched it. I've watched it, and I've watched Legend of Korra as well. I was late to the party though. Like everyone had told me about Avatar, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Dude, so good, so good. I've rewatched it so many times as well. It's really good.
Now, Switchy, don't tell us you have not watched it.
Switchy, please. You've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, yeah?
I don't
Uh-oh.
want to talk.
Can we cancel Switchy, please?
I feel like I've watched one episode because
Uh,
I actually have been told a lot of good stuff and I wanted to get into it. And I
You
think
should watch it.
I think I watched the first because it's on Netflix, right, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to say I tried to watch like the first episode, and for me, it's just really hard to get into like now, especially. All I do is watch YouTube and Twitch. There's never a time I'm watching shows or anything anymore, or like I'll occasionally get into like some sort of series, but like yeah, there just hasn't been anything. And like I'm trying to think now for when I was younger what I even watched, and like I don't know. Like I feel like because I feel like a lot of my time I literally just spent playing video games like as much as I could. So there was hardly any a time where I watched TV as much. Like, and I'm trying to think when I did, because since I grew up pretty strict family, like because we're Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff, there wasn't a lot I could watch, or like I was afraid to ask what I could watch because I just felt like I wasn't allowed anything, really. So a lot of like the Treehouse channel is what I remember, like Franklin goes to school and or no, sorry, Franklin and Timothy goes to school. Sorry, I got those mixed up. Or Roly Poly Oly, or just stuff like that. Like nothing like exciting or like anything where it's like, you know, like SpongeBob you can kind of enjoy once you get older and stuff like that. I did watch SpongeBob a little bit, but
rewatching SpongeBob when you're older is an adventure. It's so much fun because you get all of the hidden adult jokes in that show. It's great.
exactly.
Definitely do it.
Which I'm like trying to think. Like growing up it was always just like Treehouse and like Family Channel and stuff, so all the cringe like sitcom stuff, like Hannah Montana and like all those shows, I guess.
I will embarrassingly admit to have binged a lot of Disney Channel in my teenage years. a lot.
Victorious
like-
is good.
I
I loved Victorious. We were talking about that
I
at the
didn't.
river
That was
today.
Nick. That's Nickelodeon though, isn't it? Victorious? Is that Nick? I think that's Nick. 'Cause
In
I
Canada,
don't think it was
in
Disney.
Canada, oh, how did it work? It is something weird. It is owned by Nickelodeon, but we don't have a Nickelodeon channel. In Canada, we had the Family Channel and we had YTV, which was YTV.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
YTV usually brought in the shows like SpongeBob and like Fairly Odd Parents and all those type of shows. But for whatever reason, the Family Channel. No, I might be getting it mixed up. I was gonna say there is a show that like is not a part of the Family Channel, but in Canada they got rights to play on the Family Channel or something like that
Right.
because they didn't have Nickelodeon as an actual thing in Canada. Like Nickelodeon was a thing, like because it's a company, but like there was no Nickelodeon channel or anything like that. If that makes sense, because it was just it
Yeah, that makes
either go to the Family Channel or YTV, and it was just whoever paid the most to get the rights, I guess. So that's why Victorious is a weird one for me though, because I don't actually really remember because we changed cable. We changed
You
cable
just
companies so
said-
much.
You just said Victorious is good, like pure passion, and now you're telling me I don't remember anything from it.
Well, no, I'm just saying I don't remember which channel it was on because I changed between a whole bunch
okay.
of cable companies at the time, so like the actual channel would change, and I just can't remember like channels and stuff like that. So I don't know. I want to say maybe it was on the YTV channel, but at the same time, I have no clue.
The vibe I'm getting is you probably weren't that big on like watching TV as a kid, like you said. You were more into video games.
Not all that much. Like when I
I
was like
spent quite a bit.
when I was like really young, like I said, it was like Treehouse stuff, like Franklin, Timothy Goes to School. I'm trying to think what else, like Roly Poly Oly, The Big Comfy Couch. If anyone remembers that cursed ass show,
Never heard of any of these.
good. Don't. But I don't know. And then when I got older, it was just I guess Family Channel stuff, and then I'd mainly just be playing games instead. Like once I finally got into like Halo 3 was kind of like the big game that kind of moved me into just non-stop playing. Yes, Halo 3.
mispronounced it.
Okay.
Halo 3. You gotta say it that way.
God damn it. That was the first game I kind of like that brought me into just playing games non-stop. Like before it was just casually playing NHL or casually playing Star Wars Battlefront and stuff like that. But like around Halo and then got into COD and stuff like that, that's when it just only games, and I never watched TV for the most part. And I've never been a movie person either. Like every time I've been asked, "Oh, want to go to the movie theater?" I'm like, I can't sit still for an hour and a half to watch a movie. Like when I watch movies, it's like I'll have them on in the background and like kind of pay attention to it. Like I think it's an ADHD thing. I can't just sit and watch it.
I now understand why you have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. You just can't sit still. You just not. You got to be doing something.
Yeah.
You got to play like the Avatar: The Last Airbender visual novel game. You got to just play through that. Just go through that point and click adventure game. I don't think it exists, but yeah, it's the only way for you to understand the story. Also, I don't know if you've seen what's happening in chat.
I'm just kind of looking at it now. I have not been looking at it.
People have been putting in Kanye West lyrics, and yeah,
I
it's
love it.
wild.
I love it. I love all you guys in here. You guys need to follow,
Yeah.
so we see you guys back more because these questions are entertaining. What's this question? Summer Voltage has a question for everyone to answer. Was that the question of? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, you forgot.
He says he forgot. Sad.
Sad days.
Sad.
Did
It's
you
like,
ever
Said
watch Doctor Who growing up?
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Megan's a huge Doctor Who fan, but
That is my second show that I liked growing up as a kid.
who?
And then
Haha,
Mythbusters.
I see what you did there.
Who? Thank you, Z.
Who?
Who?
That's the question.
Lucidity has a question. We'll see if it's readable for podcast or not.
Yes. So
We
guys,
shall
please
see.
feel free to send in questions. One show I feel like I didn't watch as a kid. I watched when I was older, mainly because it came out when I was older. But I would have enjoyed definitely as a kid, and is probably one of my number one animated shows of all time, is Gravity Falls. That show is something else. It's just as good as Avatar: The
I've
Last
actually,
Airbender
as of
in terms of
recent,
story.
as of
It's
recent,
that good.
I was actually, who told me to watch it? Somebody literally told me to watch Gravity Falls and get into Gravity Falls like a
That
week ago or like 2 weeks ago, and it does actually look really cool. Like as like a like I think I really would have enjoyed it as a kid. Like I knew it did come out like I probably would have been like 13ish or something like that when it came out. So like I was still watching cartoons then, but I never got into it then. But like I don't know.
oh, we have
I
our
never
questions
watched
coming
Gravity
in.
Falls,
You
but I
never
want to
did.
watch it.
Never, you really should, Vorth. If
I
you
have
enjoyed
seen
Avatar,
little
it'll be
clips.
We
that
should
good.
watch it on stream.
And it
Maybe
looks
maybe
cool.
that's something we can watch on stream, Ram. The Maple Kiwi
Yes.
watch party. Watch
Yeah,
For
Gravity
I know
those
it's
who
Falls.
on
have
Prime.
seen, I don't think it's on Prime. I don't know. It might be.
Maybe.
But for those, it's on Netflix. I think I've seen it on Netflix. Or Disney Plus, I think, is the one who owns it now
Of
because
course.
Disney Plus. But for those who have seen Gravity Falls and do know what I'm talking about, Mabel is my spirit animal. I am Mabel. I resonate with Mabel. There's questions in chat here. Like one of them is,
Take
if
it.
this was the last day of your life, would you still do the same things that you did today or live it differently? Ooh. Well, if I knew it was the last day, I would probably do something differently, but I would probably spend the whole day because I know
Worrying.
myself.
I'd be worrying
No.
and not like I don't know.
Oh, no, not worrying. Like if I know it's gonna happen, right? I can't stop it, sort of thing. Um, I would stupidly spend the entire day just going through every single person I know and just saying goodbye. Kind of like how I did the
Yeah.
thank you Ram Fam video and how I had to just go through so many people because like there are so many people that I can't just leave out, you know? And I'm like, I would spend the entire day just being like, all right, Switchy, this is my last day. Goodbye, man. I love you. All right, next.
No. There
My
wouldn't be
last
no.
day,
There
man.
wouldn't be no
Goodbye.
next, Ram. We can't end conversations properly. You would talk for like
True.
6 hours, and then we'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta let you go," and then we'd be like, "Oh, but."
He's like, Switchy, I'm literally gonna die. I need to go. Like that's what's gonna happen.
I'd keep you on the line somehow. No, for me, I think I'd just worry way too fucking much. Like I'd be like, I know it's happening and it's gonna be coming, and I'd be like, that would be the only thing on my mind. How could you just go on with a normal day knowing you're gonna die at the end of it? You're just gonna like I don't know. I don't think there's any way I'd enjoy it, but like he said, if it was last day, would you do the same thing you did today? Honestly, today was a very good day. I went to the river, with friends and stuff like that, and in the summer that's all I want to be doing, so it was a good day today. So
In a way, son, you'll be going to another river, the greater river, the afterlife. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Your
Deep
soul
moments
will
with
be
Ram.
judged.
Yes. the great river of life.
what about you? What would you do on your final day of being alive, Vorth?
I would record myself because I want to see how I go. Probably tell my friends to put it on YouTube.
Can you
Not
record
even-
it as like a horror story? So just like, guys,
Well, at
I am
first-
recording this knowing I'm gonna die. Make it like a murder mystery almost.
Nobody would believe me, and so they'd all think I'm crazy. And so it'll make a really cool like documentary probably. It'd be like, how did he know?
Sorry, I didn't even
Actually, that's-
read. I didn't even read the second part. He said, "What would you do if fear was not a factor and you could not fail?" I just kind of, said fear took
You
over for
can't-
me.
You can't be afraid, basically, is what he's saying.
Today was an alright day then. I'll take it.
Actually, both you just gave me a genius idea, alright? If it was my last day, you could really, really, really mess with someone for fun. As in, you just get a box and you just put random household items in there and a note of like how you're gonna die, but written it right down. Like, I know that I will die in this stuff. And don't leave a name and just ship it to some random address. And let the mystery unfold. They're gonna be like, who is this man? Who are these items? What is this note? I need to report this to the police. Like, just watch it. It'll be amazing. I mean, it's your last day, but you can mess with a friend.
You hop in a box and ship yourself to someone, but then you're dead when you get there.
Yeah, with that box as well. Just
Yeah.
to really confuse them. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Just go to Mars.
Just go to
So-
Mars. Why not?
That's another thing. If you
and
were
then you won't be
given,
an Earth Day.
if you guys were given the chance to go to space, would you take it?
Nah, I like it
Yes.
here, man.
You'd take
I
it,
want to
Vorth?
experience
Yes.
zero gravity.
Just because you
I'll
can
go to
fly.
space and come back. I
I'm
don't
too
want to go to
scared.
Mars and live there.
Fair enough.
It seems very boring. And probably die anyways the first couple attempts, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If they make Mars survivable, it's like, why would I go to a place that's really hard to survive at? It's, yes, survivable, but still really hard. When I just got Earth, I got all the water, all the air I need. Yeah, the people are toxic, but that's fine. I can live with that. But like, I'd rather just be in my nice little cushion, my little bubble that is Earth. So no, space, scary.
I agree.
But zero gravity though.
You can
You raised a good point.
you can experience like simulations of that though on
I want to go
Earth.
to a theme park on the moon where they have these gliders and then you can like fly around because the gravity is so light. You can just keep going. That sounds really fun. And that would be awesome to
Both
do.
coming up with some $1 million ideas. Write these down. Theme park on the moon. Nice.
Did you hear? Where did I read it? I don't know if it's an actual thing. Apparently within like 10 years or something like that, they are trying to do a thing where you can pay I think it's like $125,000 to like go to space for a day or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think it was something in like Texas or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember coming across it like a week ago.
Would you?
That seems like a low price to pay.
that
120. That's like
Okay, maybe it was like 1,250,000.
Yeah, I was gonna
don't
say,
know.
that's
It could
a quarter of a house, you know? Not even.
actually sounds more right. The 1,250,000.
Yeah, the 1 mil. It's gotta be something way bigger than just like a loan I can get from a bank sort of thing,
That's true.
you know?
It definitely was a million. Never mind. I'm dumb. No, but yeah, space is not for me. I don't think. You got to do a lot of training, even just like, be sent out of orbit. Like they make you train and do shit for weeks on end just to get prepared for, like, the amount of like force it puts on you, like going up and stuff like that.
But to agree with Vorth's argument, but you can fly though. So
I can
worth
fly. I can
it.
fly in Rocket League. Where's my
Sad.
where's
But not
my
very quickly.
where's my VR Rocket League?
Oh god, that would be the most disorienting experience, man. Just
Get the steering wheel, and it's just VR. It's you're inside the car, and you got to fly around. Oh, that'd be so dizzy. Never mind. Take my idea
yeah,
back.
no,
Oh no.
no,
That'd
no.
be very busy.
Have any of you guys done anything to do with VR in general?
Yeah, loads. Because two of my friends were doing game design in uni. They actually did a lot of VR stuff, and a lot of the time they would invite me over. And I see that, ZB. And a lot of the time they would invite me over, just to play test their games. Which, by the way, bad idea. Do not play a VR bad game, or like a test version of a VR game, because it's not accurate. And when you put yourself in a world that's not accurate, you just don't understand what's going on. You lose your balance. You get dizzy as heck. Your depth perception's gone because it's built wrong. The VR world that you're in is built wrong. It's built for testing. So that was a little disorienting, but I started to get really used to VR, and I don't have a VR, but I want one. I really want one. I don't think my PC can
I haven't
handle
done
it, though.
too much with VR. But I really want to get a VR.
Beat Saber. It looks like a lot of fun.
Beat Saber is fun. It is a lot of fun.
Wolf has one.
Don't. But I've
Wait,
used
what?
one.
You've played it?
I don't have enough room in my room. Sadly. Or else I would.
I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, ZB, go ahead. Yeah, I really want to get one, and I've never really done too much VR stuff, but it looks like it'd be fun. And like I'm just thinking, like, games I play now, even like there's a lot of like VR capabilities on games I play. Like I think VR Phasmophobia would be fun. Like I think it would add that spooky
I love
vibes
horror
back to it.
experience.
So like, I mean, I don't think Phasmo's scary anymore, but I think VR Phasmo would actually scare me again, which
So,
I want
the
that.
craziest experience I had with VR is it blew my mind how much your mind can give your body a feeling when it's not actually there. So one of the things I did obviously is like things like VR roller coasters. And VR roller coasters are so weird
I
because
think I've been
when
to
you're
one
going
actually.
up, yeah, when you're going up, the really slow part, and then you get that dip, I felt my stomach getting like sick or like that G-force feeling. I'm not even moving. I'm sitting in a chair. I haven't moved at all from my spot. But the fact that my body felt that just because my eyes saw that is something that's so cool. It just shows you how like your mind can just make fake reactions like that. It's really cool.
So you got the G-force experience. Nice.
That was awful twitchy.
So,
I hated that.
the only reason why I'll bring up Sweetest, if you are still here, I spent. So Sweetest was trying to stream for like an hour, and his Apex was shitting out on him again because he's trying to play
I
on
saw
PC.
that.
And I tried to help him out and was like, I think you need to update your driver. I think once you update your driver, it'll be good. He tried to update his driver. It ended up making him restart his whole PC, ended his stream on him. Usually mine doesn't.
Yeah,
Mine doesn't restart stream usually or restart computer. So I
thumb drive as well. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
strange.
so it ended his, and I felt really bad because I was like, ah, shit. Maybe it wasn't the time. Then again, his Apex really just didn't want to run. Because it was just being choppy. But then I tell him, well, he updated the driver, right? Then he goes to launch Apex, and it says error due to driver. Like some driver file got deleted or something like that.
Oh no.
And it said it wouldn't let him run it at all, and then he couldn't do anything. And I felt so bad. So for an hour, we spent time fixing it. We had to delete every single driver and everything, like the whole NVIDIA thing, deleted all of that, and then got the right drivers, re-downloaded it. He had to restart his PC like 6 times. He's like,
Yep.
he was pissed, and then finally it worked, and he went live again, and he's like,
Was
I
it
think
smoother?
it was smooth. It fixed it. It's completely fine, which I was like,
Nice.
thank God. But he's like, it's the world telling me I should not stream today. I'm like, oh, don't say that. And
No.
the second he went,
The world telling you not to stream Apex on PC because PC is bad. Apex on PC is really bad. I will say that. I can vouch for that. It's not good for streaming. When I start streaming Apex, it gets stuttery and like glitchy.
it
And,
is
yeah.
hard to run sometimes. No, but that's why when you said G-Force, I just thought G-Force experience, because he was just the entire time we're doing, Sweetest, he just cracks jokes and stuff like that. So he's just talking about, he's like, I hate this G-Force experience shit, and he was just talking about it. And then Emily and Kyle are like, oh, like when he finally went live again, they're like, oh, where'd you go? He's like, he's like, long story short, he's like, I'll tell you it my way or whatever. So he's like, so there's this side bitch G-Force experience sitting here causing problems, and then I had to bring in the new thought, like, good looking G-Force experience to come. I thought it was so funny. The fact that you can still joke about it, but like, I could tell he was, when he first, like, it shut down his PC and like he left the call, and I was like, oh no. And then he came back and he felt so sad. Like, I could tell that he was like so done. But what he said, his words were not the words I wanted to hear. He's like, I lost everything. And when he said that, I thought he meant his computer was wiped and he lost everything. I'm like, how? I'm like, what happened? And then he's like, oh, I just mean like my stream went down. I'm like, what do you mean you lost everything? Scared the shit out of me. I thought he lost everything on his computer. He's like, oh no, I didn't mean that. He's like, I just mean my stream went down and all my stream progress. I'm like, Jesus Christ, scared the shit out of me because I was the one who told him to restart his drivers or whatever on stream. And then he's like, I lost everything. I'm like, oh no.
That's like your pregnant wife coming up to you saying it's coming, and you're like, oh, what? Oh my god! And she's like, oh no, I ordered something on Amazon. Like, you just give me a context first. Don't just be like, this is happening.
That's funny. That's a good analogy, actually.
I like what Zebra said here in chat. Just go.
Yes.
What he said about VR here. He said since VR is here and it's going through a constant big phase, then quite blank, but he's saying, do you think VR is finally going to pick up now, or game development just isn't enough for it yet? I think VR is not going to pick up.
Really?
I think
Oh,
VR,
really?
yes.
Why do you think
Yes.
this?
I believe that VR is the same as what we tried to do with the Xbox Connect phase. You had things like iToy when PS2 started it, then you had Xbox Connect, and you had PS Move, and it's this idea of getting this cool new technology of like, oh, let's have them standing up, let's have them really immersed in the game. VR lacks one big thing, and that is a feedback. Yes, you're in a virtual world, and sure, you might get sounds, and you might have a small vibration here and there, but when it comes to video games, there is a satisfaction when I click a button. When I click a button and I see something happen. When I press an analog stick. When I press X. When I press circle. When I do all that stuff. And yeah, motion control is cool and all, but it's gimmicky. And the number one thing is I've played with VR, and to this day, it's still not accurate. And I think it's just very expensive to run, and that we have better technologies out there for a better experience. Like, yes, VR is cool, but I still think to this day the standard of gaming nowadays is the better experience compared to VR.
Well, yes,
I've tried both.
it's gonna be better, but we're only
That's
improving
why
on
I
it.
think
We're
it's
only improving on it.
but-
Have you seen the Xbox Connect, for your example?
yes, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Xbox Connect died. PlayStation Move died because they were
'Cause
cool new
VR came in.
concepts and all. But no, but the reason why they failed was because they couldn't improve enough on it. So
Yeah.
they made something new, VR. And I genuinely think what's going to happen with VR is they're not going to be able to improve enough on it. It's probably going to die down. I don't think it's like, I think it's the same thing as what happened with Connect. That's what I feel like is going to happen with VR. It's very cool, but give it a couple years time. I genuinely think it's just going to be forgotten. It'll still be there, but hardly used.
I wanna
Does
hear-
anyone remember like Google Glasses, for example? That was a thing. Died. No one ever used it. The sort of thing. Cool. It's a cool technology.
Vorth
people
looks
won't
like
use it.
he's about to come out swinging. I want to hear what Vorth's got.
All right, bring it on,
I can
Vorth.
see him sitting there like,
Let's go.
he's waiting his turn. He's
All right, that's my argument.
Well, I think the Kinect, I never used the Kinect, but I have used a VR headset. And I never heard anyone talk about using Kinect or playing any games or any of the good experiences they had with that. But I have heard a lot of that coming from people using VR. And so I think it's more structured, put together than the Kinect ever was. And I think it really just takes good game development for VR, especially. And that's really tough to go with, as ZB was saying. But when it is done right, there are some really good VR games that are very nice. And anybody who has a VR headset that I've talked to who really enjoys it is all about it. And I see people use it every day. Like, it's a good way to get exercise too. So I think it's really, there's a lot of good things going for it. So I don't think it's going to die out. If it does, definitely not in a couple of years. I think it's going to last a lot longer than that.
one thing.
And I'm excited to see what comes after it, because if the
Yeah,
VR
agree.
came out after
I
Kinect,
agree.
if something comes out to kill VR but is just amazingly better than it, that would be really cool.
True.
The
And I think that's
holographic
when it's
room.
going to take over everything.
Holographic room.
That would be sick.
Nice. I would say one thing I do want to say, like, it's not even just games for VR too. You can do a lot with it. From what I didn't even realize that you could do so much with it. But there's this guy that does like social experiments or whatever, where he takes himself into circumstances like for over a week. He'll do something. Usually he does it on New Year's, so he can, like, spend the whole first week, doing a whole new lifestyle. So, like, for example, the first video I saw was I don't remember which one was the first one, but he's done, for example, he made it so his room was completely, like, his whole place was completely pitch black, not a single light source at all, and he ended up trying to live his normal life in his house, couldn't leave it at all, completely blind for a whole week. Or he's done one where it's like he's not allowed to see the time. So, and the thing is he puts up a thing on the wall, so he doesn't know if it's daytime or nighttime, and he can't look out the window. He has no clock. Like every single thing has tape over it, like, and he's only allowed doing certain stuff. And I think he maybe streamed the entire thing too, and had like GoPros or so you could see it invisible. But though I've seen a few of those, but he did one as well that was 1 week in VR, where
Is this
he
the Minecraft one? Is this the guy who did Minecraft? Because I did see a
He
video of a guy who did a
did?
week of Minecraft.
no, he didn't do. Maybe he did a week of Minecraft, but he did a pretty much he did everything in VR. Like, it was kind of a cool video. I need to find what that guy's name is, but
Oh, I think so. Yeah, sorry, I got mixed up. I'm thinking of someone who
his
did
name is
24 hours
Disrupt.
in Minecraft.
His name is Disrupt. He has 1 million subscribers on YouTube apparently. What is my search suggestion? So I typed in.
You seem baffled. Are you okay? Switchy, are you with us?
No. I typed
No.
a week in the dark. The related results are like VR headset, VR Beat Saber, VR. I didn't even write VR, and we're just talking about VR now. Like,
Hello,
Very
Google. Are you
strange.
listening?
like guys,
So much as if VR isn't dying at all.
guys.
No, Vorth. That's just Google listening in, and you
Guys,
know it. All right.
I
That's Google
swear,
listening in.
I swear to look at these. Look at the search history. That has nothing to do with what I have typed, and that is not stuff I have searched up either. That's why I'm like,
I genuinely think that's just them listening in.
no, but a week in VR was what I was gonna search next. I didn't even start doing it. But he did a whole documentary type thing. I think he streamed the entire thing too. But like he was doing a different stuff. Like he does like daily yoga and stuff like that, and he's still doing all of his stuff. Like there's like the virtual reality where I think I don't know exactly how it works, but you can see like everything in his room. Like, but it's as if he's in a VR thing, but he kind of like talks about it and stuff. It's actually pretty kind of cool. But I've seen a few of his videos about it. But, you know, goes on his normal life, and the only time he can change is because he has 2 different VR headsets. One for obviously the computer stuff and like the games and stuff like that, and then there's the one that's like so he can see his house and his room and stuff like that. Which the only time he's allowed is 10 seconds to just cover his eyes, put on the new headset. That's the only time he actually kind of had it off in a way. So like, you know, obviously taking it off was probably kind of a big deal of just like, you know, having a screen in front of you for that long. But it's kind of like interesting how it all went through. But I this guy's videos are very good. I guess his name is Disrupt. I didn't know what his name was. I'm gonna sub to him right now because I've seen a few of his videos and they are actually very cool. Like the time one, the dark one. There's probably more too. I'd love to look at them. He's not in Cali. He's in Washington.
Yeah.
CB.
I know that Zebra still has a question for Vorth, but there's one question I have for you, Vorth. Very, very simple question to do with the VR thing. Do you think VR will become the staple of gaming, as in the way to play video games in the future, or no? Will it still be consoles and that kind of stuff, or like PCs and?
No, I
do you
don't think it will be.
No.
If something
Okay.
were to come out to kill it, I think that would take over everything else too. But I don't think VR by itself is going to be the main thing that people buy to play. Especially since it can't, on its own, isn't a thing.
People are lazy.
And so I'm sure that might happen. Like, you can go out and buy a VR headset that will be able to run games on its own. But that's going to be not soon at all because it takes a lot to run games. But just like cell phones can do a lot now. When they first came out, they couldn't do anything compared to what they can do now.
You can never know like what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like to even a year down the line. Nintendo's always the biggest like surprise for me. Every time Nintendo releases a new console, they're like, "Check out this crazy new thing we did." Like I remember when the Nintendo Switch did their reveal, I was like mind blown. Like, you can take it with you wherever you want, sort of thing. Like, and then just put it in, and you're just resuming on the TV. Like that blew my mind, and it was like, I need a Switch right now. So Nintendo is always like trying to do something new with older consoles, which is I think is cool. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. Cough cough Wii U.
Wii U was bad.
Wii U was bad. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. Like the DS, amazing. Everyone loved it. Everyone loved the Nintendo DS. So the Nintendo phone. I don't think they're
Oh
gonna
my.
make a Nintendo phone.
I hope not.
The Nintendo phone VR headset.
I was gonna say we are hitting a like 2-hour mark pretty much
Yes.
almost. We should
Yes.
try and wrap up shortly here. Do we have a way we want to end the podcast, Ram?
Well, Suchi number game.
We're gonna do the number game? Okay, as I said, last time we did the type racer. I mean, I'm not suggesting to do the type racer this week again. I was just saying, do we have something new? But I'm down with the number game.
The number game is
Vorth
always
doesn't know the
more
number game.
fun.
Should we only do
Nope.
2? We could do, just because there's
Oh
3
no,
of us.
no. I think let's push it. I believe we can all resonate. Let's try
I
it.
don't. I have no faith. Okay, so the number game here. I'm gonna count down Vorth. We're gonna either put
Okay.
up 1, 2, or 3, and we're just gonna see how synced we are. Last week, I don't or not last week.
I can't even remember what the number was.
I don't
last
remember
week.
what the number was, but all 4 of us had the exact same number.
All
Don't
right.
know how.
Oh, are we all putting up a number?
Yeah, when I
Yep, at
count
the
down,
exact
we're
same
all
time.
gonna do it at the same time, just to see if we land on the same number, or if we're all opposite, or if there's like 2 of us grouped together and one of us is a loner or something like that.
I've pre-chosen my number. I know what it is.
Okay,
I'm ready.
ZB's got a question as well. Ask that away
Right.
as while we do
You
this.
can do the question before we
I'm
go.
ready, ZB. What is your question, Mister? That you want?
Oh
there
my
it
God.
is. Movies?
All right, yeah, I'll read this one out. So, Vorth, since California is so much in movies, so many people depict it as super pretty and dreamy. But then people say it's heaps dangerous and bad. I don't know. What's your general thoughts on California?
It's hot.
Nice.
I don't
Good
like the
answer.
heat.
Good clap.
You can go swimming a lot because it's hot. People have pools. That's cool. They have good food. People are chill. But also people are crazy. So yeah, that's also true.
Where did you grow up, Vorth? Did you grow up in Washington?
I grew up 10 years in Washington. Then I moved to California in the Bay Area where I had the next 10 years of my life. And then I moved back to Washington because I really wanted to live in Washington, not California.
Good
Because it's
choice.
hot.
Hmm. So could you say that Cali has a like you said, like the movies do show, it is super pretty and dreamy with all the pools and the really hot weather and stuff, but the people aren't always the best. That's sort of what you're trying to
You
say.
need money to live there as well.
I'm sure it's expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
property is very expensive everywhere. Well, where I grew up, everybody was nice. There wasn't really issues. It wasn't like bad, but there are some places like the cities. I have, in my knowledge, aren't really the best places to be at, and there can be some crazy events that happen. But besides that, and the state catching on fire every summer, there isn't much that I liked about California. Besides the people and my cat, of course. And the food's good too. I miss some food from there, honestly. Some good
I actually
pizza.
remember about that heat that you were talking about. A YouTuber, you guys might know him, called The Odd Ones Out. Something he mentions about California when he used to live there, is that in his he would go down to drive his car, and he would need to wait for his car to cool down before he starts it, because the car itself is genuinely just too hot. Like you cannot start it in the state that it is. So he would have to. I can't remember how he cooled it down, but he would just like, or he would like turn on the car, but not drive it because he'd have to turn on the AC or something to cool it down before you actually take off. Is it that hot, Vorth? Is it that bad?
I haven't experienced that myself, but I'm not surprised if it gets too hot like that. It gets
Yeah.
really hot.
I mean, it's even hotter in like Arizona too. Like Arizona is.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right.
Phoenix
Odd
just
Ones Out
way
was
hotter.
talking about Arizona.
Oh,
He
was
was
he?
talking about Arizona.
I
Yeah,
say
that was my
Arizona
mistake
is
there. Yeah.
disgusting. Like if I search up, I just want to search up Arizona weather right now, and
Go on, give it to me in Celsius.
today, or sorry, tomorrow,
Yes.
it is 45 degrees.
Which is 113 Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Got
thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank you both. What a legend.
It's pretty hot. 113. Jesus.
God, it's supposed to
Yeah.
be 40 tomorrow here, which I don't know what that means in.
It's 103.
That is okay. The hottest we usually get.
you?
The hottest we usually get here is like 30. Like we're around the same climate as Washington in a way, probably even a little colder.
That's like very nice. And the trees. Oh, I want to go visit. That needs to be a thing. I'm down, Switchy.
Yeah, sorry. What were you gonna say, Ram? How did you get these temperatures?
Yeah, no, I was just like mind blown. Vorth, are you
Hmm?
doing these in your head?
I mean, when Switchy said that it was 40 today, I looked it up, and so I memorized that it was 103. And then he started talking about looking up Arizona, so I'm like, oh, I'll pull up the webpage that I had real quick.
Speaking of which, this is the person
it.
in chat here, Mr. Tall, one of my good friends. He's from Arizona actually, and is the reason why I was just about to say how fucking hot it is there. What she just said, good old 118 degrees today. Which what does that translate to Celsius? Like what, 47?
No way.
Let's find out.
Man, 47 is
wasn't ready.
crazy.
Yo,
it's 47.7. Oh,
you guys are roasting over there, like actually boiling on fire. Yeah, so that's why Odd Ones Out was saying he literally could not drive his car because it gets too hot. It's not safe for him to drive his car. Like, Jesus, alright, that is scary. But
Tall, I'm really glad to see you
New
here.
Zealand, I feel pathetic. I feel so pathetic. Bro, in New Zealand, it gets 28, and I'm like, oh, I'm melting. It's 28 degrees, please. It's so hot, I'm melting. And then you guys
I'm
are
the same
saying
way.
things in the 40s, like, nah.
Yeah, no, I'm the exact same way, Ram. Like we have hit a heat wave. Like we had a day of like 33 degrees like a year ago or two, and we're like, yes, this is the hottest it's been in like it was a record set for like within the last like 5 years, and it was like 33 degrees, which we're about to have 40 degrees, which I'm like, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Like actually.
Oh, man. No, that is crazy. Like right now, if I show on stream, I think this is a nice temperature to have my room in. That like I'm so used to the cold. This is the temperature of my room. It is 18 degrees right now. I keep it that cold. Some people think that's way too cold, but it's fine for me.
Wait, mine's on 19 right now. Mine's usually on 18 as well, but mine's normally on 18.
And I'm used to that like temperature.
I'm used to it,
that's why I get hot very easily.
I'm used to it, and yeah, I just gotta say, the river day today, we had to hike down to get to the river, and oh my god, I was gonna die. It was hot, the hike.
Yeah.
Anyways, number game, and
Shall
then we're
we
gonna
number
wrap
game?
up. Tall, I'm really happy to see
Alright.
you here, but we are wrapping up here. If you want to chat afterwards, Tall, I'm down. I need to actually go to bed. I work tomorrow soon, so.
I should.
Tomorrow morning.
I haven't eaten in like 6 hours.
I'm so the sun has killed me.
Oh no, you should eat food.
All right, I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, you reveal 1, 2,
You're
3.
about to fight someone fourth.
I'm ready.
He's ready for a fight, ready to go.
All right, let's see.
All right,
3, 2, 1, go. Again?
I told you, Switchy. I told you we could do it. It was number one. I knew we could do it. I knew we could. You said we were gonna do 2 numbers.
But I thought
you were
gonna do 2.
No, I had 1 picked out straight away.
Also, it is 82 degrees in my room right now, which is 27 in Celsius. It's pretty hot.
Dude, you're boiling in there, man.
uncomfortable.
That is too hot for me.
Talented.
Also
Yes,
convenient.
swishy work. Yes, my ferry job, my traffic control job, needs me this Sunday. So, sounds like I'm working every Sunday now at the ferries. Maybe more as well now, which I'm happy about because last year I got no hours and it sucked. Because I get paid good through them, so I'm want to keep working here, but at the same time, if I'm not getting hours, it sucks. But anyways, Ram.
Ah, yes, my classic outro. Very simple outro. It's just, I have been the kiwi that has been the maple, and you have. Oh wait, am I not wrapping up?
Oh, hold up.
Oh, go on. Yes,
Huh?
you were gonna say something.
Was I?
I guess.
You were about. You literally were about to cut me off. All right, switchy go burr. Let's try that outro.
No, I was gonna say, don't I usually start? That's why I was confused.
Oh yes.
But no,
you're
you started
right.
going. That's why I'm like, okay, I'll stop.
By
and
all
then
means,
you're like, you're about
by
to
all
say
means.
something. I'm like,
All
no,
right.
that was
all right.
going.
No, you started. No, you start. The guys were so bad at outros. So bad.
We've got a set outro now, and we can't even we can't start on time. We can't end
can't-
on. We can't do anything. I've been the maple.
And I have been the Kiwi, and you have finished listening to the Maple Kiwi podcast.
And Vorth is here as well.
And
Say goodbye,
is here.
Vorth.
Goodbye, Vorth.